Hey, this is Ross Payton with Rollplaying Public Radio. We're playing Rain, Caleb's playtesting campaign, and I forgot the name of it because it's been to Nagalisitu. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Normal Ross Payton modus operandi is just to rename it whatever Ross does.
We skipped a week.
All right. So yes, when you last saw our brave heroes, they had bested a naked man in a court case by shooting him with a crossbow.
A giant crossbow was practically a ballista.
An enormous
fucking
crossbow.
badass.
Like a handheld ballista, really.
Well, and now it's called Naked Justice.
That episode of Ally McBeal can't be beat. I appreciate the homage.
They have gotten the supplies from the Daryl the Squinty-Eyed. Which they quickly intend on not fulfilling, or at least that's what the plan before they left.
Our new plan now is to throw the diplomats in.
Yeah.
And then you actually fulfill the contract so we can use the money to get other people.
Yeah. And they did kidnap the Yeechanite interns, diplomatic interns.
Talk them into it, and they came willingly.
We're tricking them. It's different.
Yeah. Yes.
Kidnap is such a harsh word, Caleb. I prefer brainwash.
Yeah.
I don't think they fully.
Oh, they also blew a massive hole into the swamp.
Yes.
By converting the kinetic energy of the feet of hundreds of men going up and down a mountain into thermodynamic force.
I forgot we did that.
So there is now a Tunguska event in the Lordless Bog.
It's not that bad. Otherwise, we'd be dead if it was
My next says swamp explosion is a thing, and Naked Justice.
Also, I will tell you, I'm still armed with a dead horse.
That's right. You can beat someone with a dead horse.
You do have the power to convey a horse death. So when we last left the team, they were running.
Wasn't that Godspeed You at Black Emperor's last album?
Convey a horse death.
If it was, I missed it and I need to listen to it. You went sprinting through as best you can in the Nagalisitu boarding formation, which is get through that motherfucker as fast as you can because it's going to take days on the other side. Did you go first or did you send your men first?
We went first because there's some explaining we have to do.
Also, yes, we added a new adventurer, Four Hands.
Yes.
Who has one arm. And there's some odd math going on there, but
it's like a tiny. Or what was the big guy's name in Robin Hood?
Little John.
Little John. Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
All right. It's
ironic.
Big hipsters, the Nagalisites. Love the irony. All right, you go rushing through, and you are the first to arrive. The men with hands on your back are not behind you anymore. You no longer see them.
Okay, they're entirely not there. It's not like the hands are on us.
No.
Okay.
Suddenly that part's aging way faster than the other.
That would have been bad.
Unfortunate to an extreme degree.
Yeah.
I'm a young man with liver spots on my hands.
All right, we look around the cave. What do we see? How is it different?
You see, as your eyes adjust to the darkness, there's light outside. That's new. It is also very shady in here, even despite the light, because it is covered with vines. And you see a shape go off into the distance.
Okay.
Contact front.
Yeah.
There are. There is a campfire. It looks well used, frequently used within the cave. It has not been lit recently because it appears to be daytime. It's also quite warm. And yeah.
Okay. So there's no more like ceremonial things or ritualized things, right?
Nope.
Okay. All right. So that was probably they're still maintaining a lookout. Probably because.
For anybody who wanders in.
Where would the lookout go for him?
Out of character, was it Carmen who was
Carmen,
turn immortal?
Probably been upset with us.
Me.
Yes. Stay to the back.
No.
Yes. Here's a hat.
No. This is not.
It's not going to solve.
This is not me escaping from my responsibility.
Disguise himself.
This
with
is
this
admitting
hat.
it and figuring out a plan. Okay, that's how healthy relationships works.
I am going to
taking that she doesn't kill me.
All right.
Do I need a roll?
No.
Okay.
You look out into a densely packed jungle. So you don't really see. It is very stony soil, but the trees are gnarled and weird and hardy, and they grow thick all the same. There's vines and plants you've never seen before, and what was a pretty barren, rocky wasteland is now a fairly dense jungle. You note that you were used to shrubs, like a bunch of shrubs. Came inland from the expanded border. As the magical border pushed outward, the vegetation that was kept at bay by the masters crept in, but there were shrubs in the inland, and it was hard foraging, and now it is, wild and lush.
So they must be hunter-gatherers now instead of farming, since we haven't taught them farming.
Pretty logical.
Well, that's what we have now. So
What was the
So
Yichan's
I'm going to open the
diplomat again?
vines.
What was the what?
The Yichan diplomat.
Yeah.
What was her name again?
Lysishi.
Lysishi.
She's young.
Did she walk through with us, or is she with
Oh,
the
they're on their way, but I think they're probably
Okay,
with
so
the
she's-
troops.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Just want to double check.
Well, yeah, they're probably a couple hours from now.
I would say establish a
lucky.
base camp. Keep an eye out. We haven't rested this whole time. We should probably do that.
Well, the real option is: do we want to wait here because they're going to send the Carmen et al. Or whoever's left is going to be sending people back here
Yes.
to get us,
welcome
whether
party, as
to
it were.
bring us to talk or to kill us.
Yes.
We don't know. So we
Not
need to
helpful.
decide whether we want to go and hide in the jungle and wait for our own reinforcements to show up to make a more balanced negotiations, or we just want to trust them that they're not going to fucking kill us or take us captive and torture us. So what do you all think?
I keep watch.
I think we could probably get at least some basic static lines established. Like a berm, maybe even some stakeout fronts. Just enough to give our shield wall a bulkhead.
Is it
against
literally
whatever
just
comes.
us? Okay.
It's just the five of us. But
right.
you are
Yeah, I could do that. So yeah, if you want to
technical
reinforce
strategy,
the
I say we reinforce the cave front. Just be
And
like,
hope our people come through as soon as possible before their people get back.
all right.
very much yes. Also my dogs. Also yes.
All right, so I'm gonna try and do that. Reinforce the entrance. All right. In case they come in
Is there any
force.
rolls we can make with this, or is it just
What skills would you have that would help?
endurance, athletics? Just carrying shit.
Yeah, you can add dice if you make a successful roll.
Cool. I will.
Okay.
Ross already rolled.
I
so-
already rolled 9 dice. I could add another die if you succeed.
Okay. Yeah, I'll roll real quick. 5.
And endurance, is that a body?
Yeah.
I can only add one more unless I can
But
upgrade.
no.
Nope.
Nothing.
Okay.
So 3 5s is fine.
Or 2 7s, whatever's better.
2 7s is probably better.
Okay.
So you maintain the vines. And
Okay.
behind the vines, you have some basic spears. As you start working, though, the line of men that were behind you come crashing through the gate. Because they were battle screaming, and
Yeah.
they are deeply confused.
Hi.
Welcome them to the new place. And
It was night when you left,
Yeah.
so they are quite terrified.
How long?
To arms, men, we may be under attack soon.
They're backing up towards.
Do not back out of that. Do not do it. You will back into the rank behind you. Come forward.
Leave room. Other soldiers with spears pointing towards you. Come this way. Come this way.
forward.
Set a lookout at the entrance of the cave I guess we're all.
Oh, they're all looking out.
Yeah.
quite frequently.
Yeah.
Establish a rotation for guards and let people rest.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, so we're basically waiting until the
Either we're fully
the rest of us get through the thing,
I take
or
watch.
until a visitor shows up.
All right. So you do manage to make a basic line. About 15 minutes later, the next rank of men, not a second behind, go, "Ah!" like crashing through, and you basically have to redo the onboarding procedure. Do not run into the spears behind you. Do.
For the next hour, we actually have a placard that we just quickly paint up saying, "Here's the instructions.
Welcome to
Go,
Nagalisitu
please form a sign over in this
for
way."
best experience.
Welcome to the good place. Wait,
Do not back up.
I can't really sell
The
that.
rank behind you is coming through.
Nice try, Michael. Move on.
All right. So as you're doing that, eventually you hear a noise in the jungle, and a child comes out of the vines.
Would this be a sense roll?
No, they're not. They're not trying to hide. They're just walking towards you. Yeah.
Ho!
I'm going to walk out, hold up my hand, and I'm going to respond in Wee's tongue. Hello, I am with the visitors.
Nods.
I am Four Hands. Do you know my name?
He speaks back in the tongue of the outsiders. It's like, I know who you are, little brother. It's good to see you. May I? He touches your not arm, reverently. And he goes, oh. He says, come.
Shall I bring the outsiders?
Yes. All others hide. Hide. Shh. Quiet. Hide.
One moment. You come. Everyone else stay.
One moment. I'm going to compose a note.
Okay.
And if I'm able to seal it, it's going to be sealed. It is to my patron, my brother, Carl Loops Klingzer. And it's basically going to explain the quick version of the situation. We found some unclaimed land, strange land. Please send supplies for settlers, craftsmen, whatever you can. Also, please pay the bearer of this message, if it is still sealed, however many florins, money units.
All right.
Yeah. I'll tell the guy, listen, this is a promissory note. If it is still sealed when you deliver it to my brother, you will receive some rather high payment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Please pay no heed to the blasted lands.
I'm
around
going to
this
pick
area.
whoever I think is going to be the most trustworthy of my men and say, as scary as this place is, I've got a special job for you.
Okay. Yes, sir.
Hand him the note. If this remains sealed, you receive this payment. Take this to my brother, give him the exact way to get there. Show them the note with the seal. You will be received. You will be paid.
Sergeant Klingster said I'm not allowed to go back through the portal. Is your brother here?
No, he'll be... I'm giving you permission to go back through it.
Oh, okay.
This is a special...
So should I go back through now?
Make haste.
Okay, yes, sir.
And kind of hide who
After
you are.
the next round of men comes out.
No. No, not at all. Definitely not doing that.
I thought we were all through at this point.
All right. No, they're not all through. Okay. He will have to wait the better part of a day. You're bringing through ranks and ranks and ranks.
Just tell him whenever the last are through.
It's minutes between the last rank and you, so he was going to have to wait quite some time.
It's going to be a good day.
But
Why
still...
are these 5 spears on my sword?
He goes out, he will get men come out.
Okay, so just wait until the last people come through, confirm they're the last people, then get going. Rest up until then.
Yeah.
Whatever provisions you can manage, great. Salvage what you can from the camp. Make all due haste as soon as the last people come through.
Also, you're in charge of the sign.
All right.
Also, don't get man kebabbed.
While he's doing that, I'm going to ask the child, are the people all unified, or are there warring tribes here?
Yes.
War.
Yeah.
That's why we have to hide.
Yeah.
Okay. Who is your leader?
Chiska?
Is she immortal?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm not projecting like that nervous look I'm giving. So sorry, internet.
Yep.
She holds the gate.
Is this the gate?
Yes.
Okay. Good enough.
He looks at you. Yes.
At least she's protecting it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. Yes.
Just want to understand where we are. What did the other tribes think of us?
Other tribes?
Well, the groups you're at war with.
Oh, different things?
Yeah.
They think different things.
Okay.
Yes.
Not
Yes.
Do they hate us?
This is not.
Some do.
Some do.
Some are different.
so not hate, just understand we exist.
Ambivalent.
Okay.
Possibly completely questioning the whole thing.
Oh,
Can't blame him.
Okay. Yeah, I'm ready to go when you guys are.
All right. So he's going to lead you through the jungle. It is untouched. It is as it grew. There are footpaths from hunting trails, but otherwise it is brand new, basically. And he is leading you basically along the same path you were led by the overseer. And he is, moving furtively. He stops and hears things that you can't quite hear. The jungle sounds are, there's life here. But roll sense if you got it.
Okay.
Sense plus what? Just base sense.
Eerie?
Well, it's going to be sense plus hear. Should have hearing.
Okay.
Nope.
Ah, so close.
2 8s or 3 5s?
Nope.
So you can roughly place most of the species, and you know their names in Wheeze tongue, but they are in an abundance you've never imagined before. So
2 bug bladder beasts.
yes,
You don't normally see them in pairs.
mosquito birds. You've never heard them in this number.
That's comforting.
Yes. Leech cats. You hear them in heat in the distance. It is, a abundance of life you did not know there could be.
Remarkable.
But you are quickly reaching an area where the jungle is starting to thin out, and you see, sand and the, obsidian shale that you recognize from a mere week ago. And then you are led to what appears to be a blasted plain of just nothingness, where there is nothing growing and barely any tufts of grass. And as you are led there, the boy leads you into what appears to be just a ditch in the ground, and you go underneath he's ushering you into a cave.
Are there torches lit along the walls or anything?
No.
Okay. Do we have torches with us?
No.
Okay. Wizard.
That's like inscribed for.
No. Sorcery bad here.
Elaborate.
Sorcerers make
Magic, no bad.
Remember who were magicians before we showed up?
I'm aware of that too, but also maybe something in a crystal that doesn't look as much like something. It's like a giant orb of light.
The kid goes in.
Okay.
Or we just walk in.
Can I see in the cave at all?
Yeah, I mean, you can see a little bit.
Okay.
The kid turns a corner, though.
Okay.
I'm following the kid.
Yeah.
I'll go in after the kid.
Leave my dog pack with.
All right, so you go inside after some twists and turn in total darkness. It appears there is light discipline here. They're trying to keep it obscure. You eventually enter a what appears to be not a cave, but it's a subterranean system. So you're in what appears to be sub-basements of the former city before it was magically obliterated by the overseer. And it is lit by a combination of oil lamps and torches and strategic gaps in the blasted plain above, which are being used to let in light, which hit mirrors. So they are, but the mirrors look not made, but salvaged. And so it is dim, but you see, people milling about, going about business, pounding grain, things like that. The village has developed enormously. Many of these caverns were the work of ages. You saw your mates, turn their hands to raw hamburger, moving the stone of these passages that have been cleared as the area expands. And as you look,
I'm going to show the appropriate deference on each of those.
And everyone is showing appropriate deference to you. Everyone basically stops what they are doing instantaneously the second they see you, and drop at what they're doing and sort of don't know how to react. They're not quite sure if they should worship you or if they should fear you or what the hell's going on.
Hail, friends.
Yeah, imagine a taboo so deep you didn't know was a taboo. Like
I go and start shaking hands.
No. Do not touch hands.
I just gotta step up. Continue as you were. You're fine.
What's problem for hands?
Good building.
Just
Good craftsmanship.
just show a salute.
You really buttress these walls
all right.
here.
Show a salute and move on.
Yeah.
the kid is pretty proud. He's like,
Yeah.
as you go moving through, and you are being led to a chamber. You know what chamber you're being led to. You're being led to what you were shown the day you were given the immortal task. You were given the trust of Francesca, and you are allowed to see the truth of the world. It inspired you on your journey. So you go through a series of guarded checkpoints, men with spears that are just wood with a Sharpie stick on the end. Like you got some flint hanging around, but it's nothing like the clap spears. There's not a lot of iron or mining of any kind going on. And eventually you are taken to a room. The tarp is thrown back and there's incense pouring out. And you go inside and you, who sees this? Klingscher and Skarl, you see frozen in magical ice, Lily and Idea.
One of those,
I go over and I
one of those touching moments. Just
I go and touch it for a moment, and then nod. And
there are candles and various fruits laid about them. It is the two sisters of the moon, as you know, long heralded by the prophet, and you were chosen to be the third moon, their little brother, for you had given up your hand before birth as a sign of faith in their eternal protection. As was foretold. And you arrive. So you two see your girlfriends on ice. Yep. You see your gods eternally preserved in ice, which is a substance of the god, as you haven't seen anything like it except the tiny ice they have on that weird hill that they made you walk up. And the rest of you are befuddled because this is not the room you remember leaving these people in, and it is very, very different.
Yeah, because we were in the palace and which was blown up.
Yes.
We were not in the sewer system.
wholly and completely.
Yeah.
Yes, holy.
Yes.
Yes.
I like what you've done with the place. It's nice. Yeah.
So the kid runs out, leaves you there waiting.
It has no
you have some time to process what you've seen so far. What's your plan?
Friend Skull, to explain, if you were meeting a god for the first time and the god touched you,
I
that
see.
piece would be holy, yes?
Yes, I see your point.
Anything that you did with that piece would be blasphemous after, yes?
Yes.
Which is why they would sever it.
Yes.
You also notice as you went in that there are a number of people with infirmities. Like, it is a pretty sickly tribe here. They seem to be capable of moving forward, but it is above the norm, so to speak, of people who would be typically outcast in what you recommend as a typical hunter-gatherer society. So eventually the tarp goes back. You see Carmen Francesca. It is difficult to recognize her due to the fact that she's not wearing any of the clothes that you recognize, or any clothes besides a loincloth after that matter, and various regalia. She comes in and says, You finally came.
We did.
Well, we got held up a little bit. Legal battle.
Time passes differently.
Yes, very good, little brother. You've learned well. You did well to bring them back to me.
As fast as I could, yes.
I understand. You did good. Pray to the sisters. Yes, for your safe passage. And she goes,
Stride forth with purpose.
So you go to the corners. How long were you gone?
Over almost 2 days.
Well, like a few hours ago, we were in the courtroom, I thought, but
We were like,
When you left the gate, how long were you gone?
Out of character, how long was it?
I thought it was like we were over a day.
You were gone 6 days.
okay,
That's
so
what I was
Almost a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So she starts taking off all of these necklaces, and you realize that she's breaking them, and they are now an abacus.
Yeah.
And these are the holy symbols. Like, you're trying not to freak out. Blasphemy. You're not supposed to do that, but you're
Actually, I'm worshiping at the sisters.
yeah, keep
She
worshiping.
told me,
Yeah.
worship at the sisters.
So she's basically moving animal horn and stuff around. So, oh my god. Oh, okay. Yeah, all right. Well, it's going to be good now. It's going to be, yeah.
How long have you been here?
I don't quite know. I didn't come up with this until the sun went down the second time. The orbit wasn't normal for a while there. It's been 160-ish. It's been a long time.
Fucking hell.
Done a good job to keep these people together.
Anyway, it's good to see you again. All of you people. All of you could roll graces.
Okay.
That's the basic job. That's some.
I could try.
Oh yeah, my grace is up jump. Yes. So I got 6 actually. Nope.
2 twos.
Double 5s.
All right. With the success, you realize she does not remember your names. You can hold a grudge for a while, but 160 years is a real long time. So she says, "Yes. So, what have you brought?
We've brought you viziers,
Yes.
and we have some troops with us to kind of make a bit of a bit more of a sensible society to start building. Apparently,
A bulwark.
things have gotten a bit...
Troops? How many?
We brought our full force across.
160. Just the company.
Oh, damn.
That's all we could spare.
We could give you some seeds too to start cropping. I mean,
Also-
we could skim from.
Yeah,
the
we can
shipment.
skim just a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, agriculture has proven difficult. I was not much of a farmer's daughter beforehand. I did the best I could, but
But we have a plan to
You're always
bring
a
in
good
farmers, but it's going to be a wait.
I understand. So you brought me the vizier. Are they?
They're diplomats.
Yes.
Educated people.
They'll be able to act
They
as
can
viziers
teach.
and help organize.
Teach.
You brought me diplomats.
Well, we basically, as soon as we went back, we went to get the grain, and then we were arrested to do the job, and so we had to defeat. The legal battle.
It was
It was a sham. Trial by combat. We won.
Yeah,
They could combat.
and we got his advisors as a reward. So we don't know what else to do with them. We told them to come with us.
Okay. So that'll be an issue. It might. It's going to be an issue.
We've got some
Why?
supplies
Okay,
though.
I mean, they're young. They're
What
able-bodied.
are the factions that we're dealing with here?
Well, Ozzy was not thrilled with which of yous? All of yous? Which one? It's so hard to remember.
It doesn't matter at this point.
He knew some of the magic from our world. That has proven to be a force multiplier. And the gray clocks are ascendant. Let's say that they are very, very difficult to deal with. We are only in a land that they find blasted and unclean. and that is why they largely leave us alone. I have managed to assemble a faith out of my 2 roommates in the local Nawani tribe, which from where I recruit, we're something like wizards or sorcerers here, although I only have the household technology I had to run my shop. I was not very well prepared for the position you left me in. She then just stares continually at Aaron's character.
No, I was like, I left you in.
We weren't given a lot of time or information.
Again.
It was a poorly made decision made in haste.
I take the responsibility.
Then there's the Likakin on the outskirts. He is the slayer of the leech cats. They are strong but nomadic, and that is that. But the Grey Clock have been moving in aggressively. They seek to find the gate, and I have protected that knowledge over the years. It was given to me to the overseer before she blasted the city into dust, and they think they can go back to heaven. They've developed a bit of a cult around it, but they are mainly just seeking it for glory. They don't have a very complex hierarchy, so to speak.
So you said that they were able to learn some sorcery. Do you know what they were able to do?
They're big. They're very big, scary men.
They're physically individually large.
Okay.
Yes. They carve something into their flesh. They kidnap other people, and then they come back very bigger. Yeah.
What about the Likakin? Can they be talked with?
Yes, I suppose. But are you ready to fight?
Yes.
What you know, your men are not.
Yeah.
Although we
ready to
make sure
fight.
they're resting while we're doing
I
this,
fight.
so.
Okay.
They're not. Okay, might need more time if we can. But quick question about these Likakin. Have they at any point started domesticating leech cats?
No, they're not easily tameable. What with the need for constant blood. But if you can kill one, it's pretty impressive. So they live on the outskirts of the border.
Right.
When you expanded the border, everything within the border had been wiped clean, as the masters saw fit. And they used the loam fields to feed the slaves, because they found agriculture and work distasteful. When you expanded the border, the rampant genetic experimentation they did before they passed was now inside the cordon zone. And so as a result, we've got food, and the sun, it turns out, has been very positive for life, but life of all sorts. Life of... That's pretty odd. Not sure why a god would design it, and apparently the devils did. It's been rough. All right, so you need to rest. We need to get you here. All right, so we'll have to wait till nightfall, and I'll send my best scouts out to lead you here. We will. I shall have my sisters come to your men. That will be good, and we shall come to the Yeechanite diplomats.
Yes.
And then as you rest, we can decide on a plan to unite the tribes.
Agreed.
Good.
It's very good to see you. I've waited so long. I must go to my people. And so she leaves. So
Let's grab that boy. We need to get back to camp.
Yeah.
Yeah. Boys need to keep resting, but they also need to know a fight's coming, and we need to get the damn Yu-Chin over here as fast as possible.
Yes.
Yep. Agreed.
Yep.
all right, you are on your way out. You can roll sense. You could roll Charm Graces or Charm Fascinate. You could also roll Sense Sight. Yeah.
Oh, Charm Fascinate. Holy crap.
And
I got lots of charm graces. Triple deuces. 2 ones.
3 10s on a sense sight.
nothing.
Oh,
Ooh, 3 10s. All right.
Damn.
yeah.
You're having what is the persuasion of 4 hands sexually? If you would like to establish that, or is he just down to clown? Like, what is?
I would say probably more Ace. He's been a man who's had a very distinct mission.
All right.
Almost since birth.
That's fair. So you have
At the very
often
least, it's
been
Chase.
confused by the country matters of your fellow tribesmen. And it is in overdrive. So they have basically shut down hunter-gatherer society. There are many people with, deformities or looking sickly, but there's many healthy people too. And anyone that can shake a rump is veiling themselves, rouging themselves, scenting themselves. Man, woman, everything in between. They are putting on a fashion show. Like, everything is getting ready. They are dropping decorations. You see linens that have been preserved since before the explosion being dropped. And Gossamer thinks they appear to be making this underground cavern into a boudoir of some sort. And doing so with all speed.
Orgy.
That's not really typical of your people. You do know that the Cheska were considered beguiling, and they had strong medicine. But the tribes had not split. You had not encountered other tribes before you had left. So this is news to you as well. You do see Cheska herself directing people vehemently this way and that. So you could ask as you go, or you could just leave her to her work.
Yeah. Are you celebrating or preparing to celebrate?
In a way, yes.
Okay. Is there anything we should know before we come back or before we meet up again?
None of them are for you.
Okay. That's fine. That wasn't the question. Okay. Okay.
Listen, there are some things you consider when you haven't had a scrap of meat in 100 years. Like how, when the saviors that are supposed to come any day now, are you going to get these people with culture and the ability to make bread and all these wonderful things? How are you going to get these people to stay in this green hell that you've left me in? And it turns out that that's very difficult when, say, you're a woman of graces, used to entertaining at court and selling her fine wares, and the vagaries of Yichinese fashion versus Chan fashion, and the noble style of New Stedia, when everyone wears the skin made of rotting leech cats that they found dead in the sun in the Leechcraft graveyard. So I have been dedicating myself to building a sort of charm school, because now that people are here, I need some of you to stay so I don't go insane. Do you understand that?
No, that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yes. So Ozzy went insane. Ozzy hadn't had meat in a while, and he wanted to sit in a chair again and do many other things. And so guess what he did? He made the Grey Clocks, and they eat people. I don't want that to happen to me. I've held it together very well, mainly because I can't starve. I've really tried, haven't figured out how to do it yet. So you're going to have to allow my girls and my boys to show your men, and especially these diplomats, a wonderful time, because I will kill every last one of us before I let you walk through that gate again if you don't leave someone here that I can have a conversation with.
Yeah,
May we borrow the boy so we can get our way back?
Certainly. Do what you wish.
You
yes.
make an excellent point, and I can't fault you for it.
Yes.
I will travel with the outsiders.
Yes, very good, little brother. By the way, if anyone asks, he is the third moon.
Okay. He is.
Yes, Lily and IDA are the two moons. The Nawani worship them, and he is chosen by the gods. So, you're just weirdos that you're like a late book in a holy text. You were not. You're real trivia. They're really gonna listen to him. Okay, so just if you want to change that, you could bring some religion to us or something like that. But I had to make do with what I had, and I had two frozen ladies. So, yeah.
You have done a fantastic job. Please allow us to bring you support.
Yes. Wonderful. Anyway, I have much to prepare.
Okay.
We go. Grab the little boy by his ear. Back out. Let's go.
Do not touch the ear.
Oh, yes.
No touch.
Yeah.
It's going to be a hard habit to break.
They're very touch-aversive people.
Yeah, we need to get this out of culture as fast as possible. Let's go.
All right. So you see that
Gloves, yes.
Cheska has basically engineered a cargo cult around IDA and Lily because that's the only way she can figure out to keep herself alive and with company. All right. And that she is going to do her best to make sure that no one leaves, or as many people stay as she can, because she is, bringing culture as much as she can. But how much culture could you bring to the Stone Age if you got unexpectedly transported back into it, like without wearing your time travel shirt?
Damn it!
You're having
that was my plan.
You're having to half remember all of technology and something about moldy bread. I don't know, and it's not going super well with one person. So she's excited you brought something, but she also makes sure they don't all die in between there. So so you can go back as you do. You find you're starting to hear the cave before you get to it. So it is getting crowded in there as the gate goes by. As you go back, you find that the basic split is this. So the Cheska are the sort of medicine men and women. They're sort of half revered and half reviled. Revered because they have knowledge of secret ways. So basically, all that has been left of Carmen Francisca's knowledge of your world has been turned into sort of a Gnostic mystery. She is protecting it from the other tribes so that she has some political power to wield otherwise. And otherwise, she is reviled as being part of the old magic. The Nawani are, as you learned from the child walking through the jungle, are a tribe of matriarchal sisters. They're the tribe of the sisters. This basically is a cult of people that worship the sisters, the moon. They are moon worshippers. They worship the moon and the little brother, Lily and IDA. And this is largely because they are the recruiting arm of the Cheska. So if you become enlightened into the Gnostic mystery of the Cheska, they take you into the pit and they show you your gods in ice. And Carmen, makes you part of the group. But, generations have passed. Multiple generations have passed in her doing this. So she's sort of outsourced an arm to have a place.
So they're allied.
They are largely allied. You do also notice that they regard the sickly and malformed as holy, as they have given up the health of their bodies unto the protection of Lily and IDA. This is a rather cynical move by Cheska to make sure she always has people. So if you are outcast from the tribes, the Cheska and the Nawani typically pick you up. So the Nawani have been destroyed many times over, are decimated, but they pick up the outsiders and outcasts of the other tribes. The Leech K-kin, or the slayers of the Leech Cat, live on the outskirts. They are entirely nomadic, and they are hard gentlemen and ladies because they fight on the borders creepier, nastier crap that the masters threw over the wall, they basically hunt for sport, which is not easy. But as a result, they are not keen on allegiance. They have really been the protectors of the old ways for the overseer. Their first and foremost is no slavery, no gods, no masters. I don't owe you anything. You don't owe me anything. So, and then finally, there are the Gray Clock, who everyone is just referring to as big, scary, awful demons. You're not getting much besides cultural, terror. They are the other. But you also get the idea that they are the dominant tribe in the area. So, if you're going to get a bunch of intern scholars in a position where they can influence all of society, you gotta do China on this bitch. You have to unite the different kingdoms. Because if there's war, the Yi Chinese are going to get it.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So you eventually get back to the cave. It is a hive of activity. The vines have had to be moved aside as people are getting out of the caves. You see a bunch of Yi Chinese diplomats going, oh, and furiously drawing flowers. And they've got sextants out, and they're I start tasting various things.
Start forming the men into ranks, and getting them out of these disorderly gaggle fucks and ready to
quietly discuss with the center group. Okay, so some of these people are going to have to stay. Question is, whom?
Well, let her make her pitch. Let's give her a shot at trying to charm them.
An all-volunteer force on an outpost is by far preferable.
True. I'm saying, is there anybody we should try to hold back?
I mean, on the one hand, my group's the vanguard, but that also makes them the most disciplined. So, we could use them for a fight, when we're outnumbered, but also they're the ones that probably won't.
Honestly, we shouldn't even worry about that until we unify the tribes, because we might say, we need to keep this person alive, and then they get killed by,
True. So the Chesica and Nuwani are definitely up for us. These Gray Clocks we're going to have to figure out. So I wasn't clear. Is Ozzy alive somehow?
No.
No, he started this, but yeah.
And it continues.
So we need to figure out who the leader is and probably kick the shit out of him. Publicly.
Yeah, no, that's
very publicly.
I'm thinking the Yi Chen.
Yeah, we get
them to figure out the leech K-Kin as fast as possible. And then we exterminate these fucking Gray Clocks.
The Lee K-Kin, we're only going to be able to impress.
Well, not all of them, just the leadership.
Well, if I can also figure out what kind of sorcery they're using, take a look at the symbols that's been passed down from Ozzy, that could give me a little bit of an insight onto what they're doing. Also, if we really wanted to, because something I'm going to be doing in the meantime is either sewing or taking something else for the symbol for horse kill, so I can just immediately use that. If it's a bracelet or a scroll, I can shove down somebody's throat.
Yeah. Roll sorcery.
Okay. I just figured you just slap it like a blanket or some shit. Just
that would be fucking awesome.
just pull it over their head, dead.
All right.
Taste my poncho.
Never be unhappy with a poncho.
Pretty usable thing in this type of situation.
Alrighty, I have fours and sevens.
All right, so it's sevens. Okay, so you are trying to figure out what to put horse death on. And then you're looking around and you're looking at the Yi Chinese just furiously writing as they've shaved the bark off one of these weird trees. And they're just furiously looking at it. It's like, putting eyedroppers onto it and standing back. And just furiously looking at this weird piece of bark that looks like you could probably write on it.
Okay. So I will ask one of them to hand one over and then ink it out myself.
Oh, we don't know its properties yet. It's alarming.
It's
wood. Turn to a tree.
Thank you.
So you grab it and then it just curls around your hand. And then you get it out and it goes straight again. And you put it around your hand, and it just curls around it.
It's a snap.
It's a bracelet.
So you have a snap bracelet of death. If you can snap it around something, it can die.
I already like this idea.
All right.
Actually, I'm going to need a lot more of that, by the way.
And a lot more
Aren't we going to have to kill a lot of horses?
We don't have horses.
Oh, right.
Tree.
Yeah.
The tree is right there.
Okay, let's... Can you get
All
something?
right.
I'm
So
busy.
you're there. Lysishi is very eager to talk to someone about what the fuck is going on.
Well, one of our number has been here for about 160 years.
Where's here?
The best I got told, it's kind of like, imagine if there's a planet within a planet. Well, there's a world within a world, a country within a country. What do you call those things?
Why is the sun out here but not in there?
Because we exist on a different.
Wynn is
Plane of
very
universe.
distressed. You see a guy with like a number of abacuses and hourglasses just sobbing.
Okay. Look at me. Those are important. Don't drop.
Yeah.
Have your shit fit over there. Just set them down.
It's all broken. Time isn't real.
You're right about that.
Okay, listen, we can get you to
Evil
somebody who
wizards
explains
did
this.
this.
Yeah, there we go.
Wizards did it. That's
Yes.
all you need to know.
Yes. Evil wizards.
And
Wizards are evil.
eventually, this world will cease to exist, and everything's going to get shoved right back through that fucking hole.
So what
Into
the
our
swamp
world.
is
Wait, what?
will be this. Yes.
Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Yes.
We're
What?
preparing you
Yes.
for this. Don't worry about it.
Yes, this is
Why we-
not part of the cosmology you were taught when you saw the sisters.
The sisters will awaken, and your world will be with our world.
Yeah. That'd be great. Don't worry about it.
Time will be used.
That's a really
My
good question.
time or yours?
I mean, it'll be the same time.
Well,
We're still kind of figuring that out.
yeah. We'll get back to you on that one.
Who's going to borrow time from the other?
So this is a new nation in this cave?
Nation, new species, like take your pick. It's all.
I mean,
it was a big playground.
Who
for a
are
bunch of
they
dickhead
allied with?
wizards.
Well,
no
us.
one.
Us. They're our people.
So they did not fight in the Usurper Wars.
Nope.
The Tripartite Alliance.
Nope.
Nah.
Gone.
Not,
Your Dojo
not
Wars?
even the reclamation of New Stedia.
Nope.
Nothing. They laid no claim to any of that nonsense.
The history guy just drops his big toe.
No, hold on. Don't go back with that.
We'll need
That's not very important a little bit.
Also, you're building a new thing.
So they know no one.
They are allied with us.
They know us.
So they've never heard of Yi Chan.
No.
Well, I mean, technically, Carmen
No.
does know about
Well, yeah,
it.
Carmen, but she hasn't spoken of this.
Oh, and Lysishi, this is wonderful. And so Lysishi goes back and starts whispering with all the diplomats.
I have to get a wrangle on this.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, again, like hopefully the orgy persuades them, but like
We can try to persuade a little bit on it.
I don't think that's going to be the problem.
I'm going to try to inspire them and roll poorly. But
can I help or can anybody help?
I can.
I have Inspire as well, so
I can plead.
I will assist.
yeah, be my hype man.
Well, I am your sergeant, so I got double ones. That's got to be worth at least one dice, yeah?
All right. Who are you inspiring?
I'm gonna actually use our main point with this, Lysichi. I'm gonna and anybody who's in the earshot of her. I'm gonna give the whole New World speech, new foundations, and this is your chance to build something better than what you've experienced before. Now, it's going to be a little bit of slim pickings at first, but we're going to keep trying to provide more as we go along. So,
Good one, Bruce.
Come on, buddy.
I got
Fives. I got fives.
That's about it.
It's not nothing.
Win's a win. Ish.
So, just try and keep them in line with, we're about to be welcomed by strange people. We're going to be forming a colony. I'm not sure when it'll arrive. It might not be immediate, but I've also asked for more supplies and more people, craftsmen.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we will do our best. It's like something of the Chronicles. I never thought in the world I'd have this opportunity.
Yeah, you'll become famous.
We found space where there was no space, and now you get to make a new thing.
Especially that's like a whole new civilization.
But first, we kind of need you to sort out some tribal conflict.
Yes, that is a big one.
Oh, yes, I would happily go. Whatever I can do.
All right. Okay. Well,
tonight there's a bit
slap
of
him, talk to her, maybe give her a hug, and we'll form up the ranks, and we will escort you out of this.
Okay.
Lovely, charming.
We should probably also cover up the portal area a little bit.
Oh, yeah, no.
Yeah,
well,
cover our tracks.
Yeah, I think Greymount should be detailing his boys to friggin',
We need to do
this
that.
place should be damn near impregnable.
So,
Well, hidden is the main thing.
well, we're going to
Definitely hidden, but
So
can
what's
also
going to be best
hurt
for
some
that?
traps.
I've had time,
So
but
you
that's-
hear a scream in the distance.
Okay.
Fuck me.
Human or
Form ranks!
Human.
okay.
You form ranks around the cave. You see one of your soldiers clanking, drop over the lip of the cave with his pants off, blood running down his face, and just pointing up backwards.
I look up
And
in
what do we
that
see?
direction.
Yeah.
So sight.
You see a shadow over him as he points, and then it retreats and goes into the jungle.
I throw an axe at it.
All right, this is very difficult. Lose 2 die. Like
Okay.
you're blind throwing an axe up over the lip of a cave.
God, if you connect, I can't wait for that to scream.
Nope.
Oh.
Nope.
This is off into the distance. What's wrong?
What was it, boy?
Mother, it was huge. Sharp teeth. He killed Lansing.
He?
He came out of nowhere. We were digging a latrine.
Wait, was it a man?
I know. It's just too big for a man.
Was it a
It was
giant?
too big for a man.
It's a giant, like us, a bigger one of us.
Did you see a mark on it?
Draw the sword.
I was about to say, let me take my men out. Like, let's go looking.
We're going hunting.
Yeah.
So,
All right,
following
so
with you.
detail
I also hunt.
30 troops to form up and take.
All right, your men are bedraggled.
Right.
Like they're not doing well. Like you're gonna go hump them through a strange jungle right now.
I was
He
going to
has a
say
point.
some of them should have had. Some
You're big damn heroes. If it's one dude, you could go get him. Like you don't have to do everything with the company.
I'll go with.
Hounds,
I go with you. We
you
need
come
to
with?
figure out what
All
this.
right,
If this
so
is a great
You
plot.
have Snap Bracelet of Doom.
All right, so
I
I'll
don't use
detail
that bracelet, dude.
one or two of my guys that I trust to just get them up and get them moving. Like, leave a detail here with Greymount's men to finish hiding the cave.
Okay.
Tell the boy understands our language. Tell the boy to come back for them. People here don't leave. Do not go into the fucking woods. You understand? We'll be back. Maybe.
All right, you need to pursue into the woods. So this could be athletics. It could also be. I think there's a navigation, isn't it?
No, we keep thinking there is, but we can't.
Oh, yeah, there's navigation. I have
There
it.
is.
Well, is that
So
student?
that's student. I have student.
Oh,
navigation.
you
Yeah.
you added it.
So that could work too. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not a stock skill. Is
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
you
saying.
can do that. Yeah.
All right, I can try.
So
that.
you can just haul ass through the thorny jungle, or you can try and parkour through it with some navigation.
I have a better.
dogs help.
Oh, and that would help. Yeah, you could send the pack after him.
They're coming with. They're doing actual.
Send
you know,
yeah, send them
I mean,
out.
the pack will harry him. Like that'll slow him down.
do so
Do it.
safely.
Do
and-
it. All right.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna run it.
So
just-
just what do I roll for that?
What are we wrong?
Okay, Aaron's gonna roll navigate. Sean's gonna roll dogs.
Everybody roll.
I'm
You're
rolling
all
it.
running
I'll
through the
roll.
jungle.
I'm
It's hard to
athletic.
stay
Got it.
together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
I'm
dice on it.
athletics.
So knowledge, animal train, +3 for animal companion. Yeah.
All right, double threes will work.
2 3s on me as well.
2, 3.
All right, we're going by wit.
Double nines.
All right, dogs are going to get there first with 2 9s.
Yeah, I've got 3
And hot
nines.
pursuit of that.
Oh, 3 9s. All right, even better. All right, so the dogs start to go winding through, and then you just see 4 hands go Tarzaning, straight through with a clap spear, just booking through the forest.
Do you think he yodels?
So you get there first, 4 hands. The dogs will be shortly after at 2 9s. Does anybody have a 3 set?
Nope.
All right, so 2 9s will be next with the dogs, and then everybody else is
We all had
two
double
threes.
double threes.
double
so
threes.
we're
You'll all
together.
get there together then.
Do I arrive with my dogs, or
Yeah, you'll arrive with your dog, sure.
I didn't.
They're
look them out.
pulling you. It's like White Fang. I don't know. Is that the one that does
No, you're thinking
the whipping with the Iditarod?
Yeah.
No. It's
Call
called
the Wild.
Yeah, there we go. There we
Snow
go.
Dogs.
Yeah.
You're thinking
Yeah,
Snow
Snow
Dogs.
Dogs. Yes.
There we go.
Yes, by Cuba
Goddamn
Gooding
Jr.
Jr. The
Oh,
classic
is that the one
piece
with
of
the talking
literature.
dogs?
Yeah, definitely that one.
Oh, God.
All right, you arrive there at 3 9s, busting through the woods. You see the biggest motherfucker you've ever seen, like Jack Diesel, swole. Like he is a big dude, and he is running through the jungle. He has the head of one of your men in his other hand. He has just the biggest fucking gnarly ass shillelagh with, it looks like teeth embedded in it. And he just looks at you just with...
Makahito in hand.
Okay.
Come on if you think you're hard enough.
He starts speaking to you. You catch some of it. It's kind of Wee's tongue, but it's gone its own way. Like, it is very different. It's like part Wee's tongue, part of the old speech into some weird clicking, syllabate fricative nonsense that you really are not able to wrap your mouth around. And he's sort of pointing at you with his weapon as he circles you.
Okay, so whirling my Makahito in the other hand, but I'm going to... Wait a minute. He's rapping at me in Wee's tongue, is he?
He's slapping parts of his body and looking at you.
It's a haka.
Respond in kind.
He takes out a flint knife. So, you have graces or sense or anything?
I've got sense.
All right.
Would this be a sense sight, sense eerie, hearing?
Eerie.
You got a shit ton of
He's a wizard.
Swing and a miss. 7, 8, 9, 2, 3.
All right. No fucking idea what he's doing. So he takes one of his pec muscles. It's twitching. He takes a flint knife and he carves some blasphemous magic vive into it. And then he throws the knife down in front of you and waits. What do you do?
I'm going to stomp on the knife and break it.
Oh, he comes at you. Horrific offense. All right, it's just straight combat. He's going to try and murder you.
I would have been able to translate, but sorry, I rolled badly.
Blasphemous sorcery. It's kind of a thing. Sorcerer!
All right.
Well, like a head wizard is just part of it all.
He's
That's
actually pretty cool.
Yes, you didn't make a point of that.
I've seen your game, David.
All right, what do you got
Trip
in terms of
nines.
wits?
Trip 9s.
Trip 9s. All right, that knocks off his 8. So that's going to ruin that set. And trip 9s. So that's going to be 3 to hit location 9.
Which is this chest.
Yeah. So you sink
I'm going
this.
to carve across that rune that he carved in his pack with my obsidian bladed club. Just
All right, he is going to take that. So he is. What's your sense?
since it's 3.
All right, his is lower. He is going to. You see, for his action, he's going to grab the spear and leave it inside of him.
As in my...
He is grab the spear while it's embedded in him. Yeah, he is going to.
He's got the club. Yeah.
No, he is taking his other hand and making sure you're not pulling the spear out. He's basically going to grapple you through your weapon if you keep holding on to it.
Yeah, he's pulling a Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good move for me because it's got that nice obsidian... Okay, so it's basically a wooden club with obsidian shards jammed into the sides of it.
That's his club, yeah.
No, that's mine.
Oh, okay.
That's my
yeah.
weapon
All right,
club.
that's fine. All right, yeah.
And so I already slashed him with that, and he's grabbing it. I'm just going to wiggle that thing back and forth.
All right, that'll be opposed grapple. That's what he's going to do.
Okay, so is that fight?
I would say so.
Yeah. This is going to be...
There's no, separate.
There's no separate move for... Okay, well, he's going to fight then, yeah.
If he had a special weapon skill, for unarmed, he would do that. But that's...
Sean, may I borrow 4 dice from you?
Yes, sure.
I got a body of 4 and a fight of 6. So...
All right.
I'm made for combat. It's like all I do.
You got 3 5s. No, 4 5s.
Fuck. This is gonna hurt.
Can you beat 4?
With 4.
With 4, no.
It's got a width 3 and a width 2.
So your action will still go off, but it'll be reduced by 1.
Yeah.
So,
Actually,
Oh, my bad.
I've got 2 width 2s and 1 width 3.
Well, the width 3 will be the one that counts. But
Yeah, with 3. So, at his 4 5s, he's going to go off first, all right? And none of you trying to dodge or anything. So, he basically grabs it, takes it, and does basically the same thing into your arm. So, that is 4 damage to hit location 5. And that is going to hurt.
Yeah.
He swings hard. You go off at now 2 because you lose a die for being hit, but your die 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you hit him at hit location 3. All right.
Hit location 1.
Oh, 3 ones. Okay,
Yeah.
so you, as you are struck, sort of fall out, but you manage to get him on the foot. So he takes 1 there. So as that happens, you hear, and through the trees, you see 4 Hands is now really hurt. It hit him in the good arm, and the dogs go harrying this big monster man who is scary and covered in ritual scars, and it looks like his teeth are sharpened. So you arrive, and the dogs start attacking him. So he is going to lose a die before he even rolls his next action, and he'll lose a die off any sets he has, because you don't need to roll to notice that he is scared to fucking death of these fucking monstrous alien things you have sect on him. They've never seen a dog before. He has no freaking idea what just attacked him.
I am using my dogs for an assisted attack. I am coming after him with the broadsword. I don't know what broadsword
I got you.
Right.
The broadsword is width +1 killing. So, okay. So yeah, it turns
this one
into a
weapon
3. Is that correct? Like if you got a pair, it turns it into a triple. Is that what that means?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
it adds width. Yes.
Yeah. So
And do the dogs give me a bonus? Am I just rolling my
Yeah,
sword?
it's in basically all or speed kills, and so if it's going to add damage, it adds width. So.
Okay. So do I add my animal companion dice, or do I just is that a separate thing?
They're already assisting. They knocked a die off of his set,
Okay.
of any set he rolls, and they knocked a die out of his pool because he is scared shitless of them.
So I'm just
Now they're not, bull mastiffs, and he is maybe 6.5 feet tall. Like he is an enormous dude. So
I'm still coming in for him with the swords.
yeah. So it's just, are you attacking as well? Or are you pulling back?
Oh, yeah, I'm attacking.
Wait, did he declare first?
What's your sense?
My sense is 2.
You will both declare at the same time. So he is going to attack you, strange sorcerer with the dog. He could at least make sense of what 4 Hands was. You are a nightmare out of legend.
With a shiny chest.
So he's going to try and attack you and freak out. What are you doing?
I'm literally just diving in and swinging for him because.
And now you can declare because you have a higher sense. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to swing at the bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm basically going to aim for his weapon hand if I can.
Mm-hmm.
Called shot.
So you said
So
one die.
I do have a craving of bloodlust. What does that actually mean for this? Can I...
I can give you an extra die for this, yeah.
Okay, so I'm sitting on 10 right now.
Then you have an expert die. You can make one of them 10.
Well, I mean, I assume he wants to make it like a 5 or a 6 for the weapon arm.
Oh yeah, well you can. Well, that would be a master die. Oh yeah, expert die. Yeah, you can do it before. Master die change after.
Yeah.
So you can set a die to what you want before you roll it. Yeah.
So you want a 5 or choose a 5 or a
Well, if he's
6.
declaring differently, I mean, I don't know. You could go for the 10.
Well, the 10 is a headshot.
Yeah.
That's not disarming him. That's like sticking him in the head. That's. Do you want to kill him or do you want to disarm him?
Yeah.
I just want him gone.
Okay, then the headshot. Yeah. I thought you were trying to.
Yeah, he's got 4 hit points in his head.
Yeah.
He's got 10 in his body.
Yeah. So yeah.
Well, 6 in his body now. So that is
Yeah. All right. Anybody got 3 sets?
yes.
All right. You'll go before him because his 3 sets knocked down to a 2 set because of angry dog attack, or as he sees it, hell beasts. Yeah.
Okay, so that is 3 9s.
You can only take 1 set.
No, you have to pick a 10. Did you roll any 10s?
I did not roll any 10s.
You don't have to pick your 10. You got to pick something. Yeah.
So I've got a set of 3 2s and a set of 3 9s.
Which one you want to take?
9 is the chest, right?
Yep.
And since I've already wounded the chest, I'm going to take the chest.
Okay.
Do I get to add any from my weapon or not?
I don't know. I haven't looked up weapons.
So
big ass war club.
Yeah, but like, what do you like? It's technically almost like a bladed club. So
Yeah, it's a makohidal.
Yeah, we'll call it a mace, I guess. So it's with +1 shock and then 1 killing. So
Okay.
so your damage is actually shock damage, is what it does.
Oh, okay.
But it gives you a +1 for shock damage.
Yeah.
And then 1 killing.
So he's at actually 8 in the chest for shock damage. And +2. Actually, that'll kill him. Yeah. Well, it won't kill him. It'll at least put him down because he'll be filled up with his chest. So he goes first. He's harried by dogs. He's getting ready to attack you. You are heroically see your life flash before your eyes. That ruins his set by being hit, so he doesn't happen. What do you do as well? Because this is not something you can pause at.
Yeah, my roll failed.
Oh, your roll completely failed. All right, you go chunk into the ground. You see a horrible nightmare man getting ready to kill you, and then into his chest, and he sort of builds over and starts wheezing a little bit. Then the rest of you show up.
Call back the dogs. Sheathe the sword.
Yeah, the dogs are sort of ripping at him, and then they pause, like.
All right. I try and bind him. Is he still alive?
Yes, he is. Wheezing on the ground. Yeah.
All right.
No, he's not.
No. We need a captain.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be a roll.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm going to plead with
somebody
you,
with social skill do that.
pleading with him not to do it.
Yes, do it. Do the pleading. Weaponized pleading.
Please. Great clock.
Great clogs have a magic
you
that
weren't
we
here when
absolutely
the
need
great
to
clocks
Sorcery.
understand.
No. No, I will make you roll fight versus plead to see who gets there first.
Okay.
What was this
All
Kitsie's
right,
name?
so
Nines, Aaron.
Yep.
Nines.
2 9s.
That's something.
I see 7s for David.
Well, this would be a height check, probably.
Well, David got trip 7s and double 1s. Aaron got double
Also
9s.
double 3s, but that doesn't.
You only take the
wait,
highest.
trip 3s.
All right. Height is beating it. You do hear him plead. So if you murder him anyway, that is, you're gonna feel bad about it. Like he's pitiful. He's so desperate.
Can I follow up or do
Come on,
something?
Aaron, be the better man. Come on, you got 1,000,000 of these.
I'm going to take his weapon hand off.
He doesn't have a weapon anymore. He's got a punctured lung. That's what he's got. Like,
And a lot of bite marks.
yeah.
You've done it. You've taken him out. We're good. We need him for study material.
Bind him, drag him back to camp.
Yeah.
Bring him in.
I literally need him to explain what
Bind
this
my
is.
wound first.
Yeah.
And that'll be...
I'll do that.
All right, roll
Then that'll be
sorcery.
Oh, for me? Okay.
Not you. No sorcery.
You can look at it for roll sorcery. You don't have to do sorcery.
Rolled 2 9s. How much do I heal to?
You can heal 2 You can heal 1 box of killing or 2 boxes of shock.
All right, your choice.
I'll take the 1 box of killing.
Yeah.
Because that'll take me down to 3 on the arm.
Forgot. I'm still pretty hurt from that tumble down the stairs.
Oh, God, that's right.
Oh my god.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long.
We'll have a night to relax.
All right,
Heal up.
2 7s, 3 5s.
All right. 2 7s, 3 5s. With your 7s, it's some sort of fucked up healing magic with a V, like, there's like an accent mark that you've never seen before in the V's of sorcery that you don't imagine comes from anything you've ever seen, like, on Earth. So it either came from here or something you're not quite sure.
Or was a mistake that ended up benefiting them?
You've heard of some, medical sorcerers trying to use, transubstantiation of mass across flesh using, kinetic warfare, or kinetic energy as the energy that actually turns into the energy that sews flesh together. Mm-hmm. So you sort of realize this. They bet muscle mass before they fight. They sort of carve a Vive into their flesh deeply. The weapon itself is covered with them to fuel the ritual. And then whoever wins gets the transfer in this sort of cannibalistic swollenness.
So in this case, he was expecting 4 hands to carve the same symbol into his chest.
Yeah, a horrible taboo, to refuse the flesh of your,
Of your
enemy is the ultimate, insult, So.
Okay.
But yeah, bind the fuck out of him, put him on sledges. Let's start bringing him back.
All right, he is heavy. He's a big boy.
That's what the sledges are for.
Yeah, I can
Understand
engineer
what
that.
he does, yes.
So on a basic level, yes, that's like essentially if you were to carve that symbol in your chest and you lost, he would gain all your strength.
So
He would gain your gains.
So
Damn it!
what you're saying is
3 tens to build
foul
a
sorcerer.
sledge or something to
Yeah,
carry.
it's like a
Well,
practical
foul
car.
sorcerer.
You actually
Not
build a
sorcerer.
paramedic car.
So
Like it's
foul
a full blown
sorcery
wagon.
made
It's
this.
got a driver and a horn.
Yes, one that
Everything.
honestly
It's Crazy
is
Taxi Jungle
not
edition.
really that good. It doesn't. You're not getting
So
a
what
good
you're
exchange.
saying is that this is living blasphemy, yes?
We have to interrogate him to find out
Yeah,
his secrets.
Ask us to see the level of blasphemy.
So that you can use that same foul blasphemy yourself.
No, to figure out how to kill the rest of them.
well,
or
no,
take them
because
out.
if I can modify this in a way,
Where
it
are
might
they?
be able to work.
No,
goes
no,
in bad guy.
Where are the rest of them?
Okay,
Bad
hold
guy
on.
died.
God, you're a
let me step
bad
in.
tactician.
Okay, listen. 4 hands.
We have this.
We need to find out what he knows to know more, because all you guys see is scary blasphemy. We need to find out the weaknesses other than we
Who
hit
said
them really-
scary blasphemy? I said foul blasphemy. I took him down. I am not scared of him.
Petty argument through the jungle at
I'm
night.
not insulting your manhood, okay? I'm just letting you know we have to figure out how they operate other than magic shit. There's got to be something else. There's got to be a culture. There's got to be a way to manipulate them. There's got to be a way to take them over or get them to wipe themselves out. I don't know.
Well, I think mildly his strength, or at
We
least
crush
getting
their
in the way.
knives. That makes them mad. We cut their bodies. They fall down.
Pat him on the shoulder.
We celebrate.
Listen here, chosen one. All right?
How is this a difficult concept?
If you want to walk in there yourself knowing only that, you're free to do so. I promise you're going to fucking die.
Strength of arms. How many men do you have?
How much time of study would it
Not
take
enough.
to possibly understand this visa enough to alter it? Or to alter the function?
It seems pretty simple. Like, you've actually seen similar Vives used to fatten cattle quickly. But the thing you don't understand is, like, it's not healthy. Like, it's a mass transference that, magic in this world is pretty brute force. Like, I apply mass and energy in equal proportion up to the effect I want. Knitting bone and sinew together is typically beyond it. And that accent mark is more complicated than it seems. Like
that's my concern, because my possible understanding is that if we can alter it in a way where it's not feeding back that as a healing energy, but something else to both parties, essentially make a Corsican bond, and in this case, that might help, that might be advantageous to us.
That would take some time.
That's what I kind of
because it is sorcery you do not understand.
Yeah, unless I had a book or something.
It is Nagalisitu, so it is master sorcery, the kind of flesh magic they use to make giant tigers with proboscises, that kind of stuff. You do eventually get back, and you do keep the member of the Grey Clocks from reporting, holy shit, I saw a bunch of crazy metal men while I was hunting.
We also probably gain a lot of glory with the people we're meeting with, the Nwani and Jessica, because we took one of them down.
Yep. So you arrive back.
What do you mean we, white man?
Who are the dogs?
So you arrive and you get into the sacred zone. They are very careful to try and move people over in pieces, but you are the last to arrive at this point. And the party is well underway by the time you get inside. Your men have most of them have forgotten about those that went missing in the wagon train, and they appear to be having a grand old time. The Yichanians are sort of split between, distractedly being allured by Nagalisitites of every persuasion and gender, and furiously taking notes and trying to learn the language. They're also quite alarmed that everyone knows a language that they know, so they are having. It's basically they're in the middle of a Caligula-esque festival trying to do anthropology as fast as they can, because they found out the distant separated tribe speaks their language utterly perfectly, as if they'd been trained to do it from birth by someone that was a native speaker.
I know, shocker.
Speaking of native speaker, check back in with her.
So do you bring the Grey Clock inside?
We need to figure out a safe place to put him, but he has to be under guard. He cannot be out in the open.
And I engineered to make sure his manacles or whatever we have on hand to keep him secure are going to be secure.
I got to snatch up a couple of the soberest of our guys.
Yeah, if no one's healing him, he's
going to die.
Well, I mean, eventually, but it'll take a long time, or he'll get better over a long time. But he's not going anywhere unless you help him out. He's gassed. So you don't have to worry about him escaping.
We'll also bind him and plug his ears in. Keep him blind and
We'll just throw a tarp over.
Well, that's fine. We're gonna forget about him. It's what's that smell?
It's 5 months later.
He's a throw. He's a throw.
Or we leave. We come back and it's did we forget the Grey Clock? Oh, wow, that's a skeleton.
All right, so you get him, all right?
Big skeleton.
Report to Carmen.
Well, we secure him, and then we report
to Carmen to figure out where...
Carmen is speaking with Lasishi. They are both drunk on something that smells not unlike a skunk, and burns the eyes as you get nearer to it from its sheer alcoholic content.
Wow.
Yeah, pretty much. It is the finest drink they have to offer on all of Nagalisitu. Lasishi is trying to choke it down, but she's not much of a drinker, so she is, drunkenly playing, Jane Goodall, what's that like? And Carmen is very thrilled to have anyone to talk to that does not worship her, which has been a hot minute since that happened.
Carmen, we need to talk. Really important.
Yes, come here. Did you know that Lasishi got top marks in Yichanian diplomatic school?
She's amazing. I'm glad we hired her, but listen, we captured a Grey Clock. Alive.
Okay.
He spotted us. We need to... Do you have any means of interrogating to get more of an idea of what his culture really is like outside of...
I know what the culture's like.
What's the language? The language that we're really needing to
leadership
get out of
structure.
Well, let's wait till she's sober.
All right. Where can we store him?
You should kill him? You should kill him. Did Four Hands not kill him?
Well, we wanted to
They
interrogate
told
them
me
to
I
learn
couldn't.
like where the tribe is and what their secrets are.
We know what their tribe is. Their secrets is they're psychopaths. They're insane. I've actually been telling Lasishi about it. Have a seat.
Okay.
No, Carmen, you don't understand. I finally got to took a look at that's like the inscription on him. It is horrifying. Honestly, it's taking the reverse of an evil spell. Nothing from the Four Hands Gallery. So we had nothing. But
Are you Donnie?
Ozzy,
I need to figure out what Ozzy
life
did.
is here is very hard. Ozzy wanted to regain his standard of living. What you forget is after you left us here, we'd already been here for 3 years. We lived through the revolt. We lived through the war. They were the worst times I've ever heard of in legend. Not to mention lived through. Things were very tough. And then when we found out we weren't going home at the end of that, something in Ozzy broke. So he was allowed to go free. I thought he died in the cataclysm, but he did not. He used the fact that many of the people had never done anything but serve to build himself as much of a kingdom as he could amongst the ashes, to make his life as easy as possible. I heard rumors of harems, of palatial tents being dragged around by people. But the problem is that the overseer did bring the sun back and wipe a city from the map. And so her order to avoid all gods and masters could only be perverted so much by Ozzy. So what basically happened is that they became a culture that worships any amount of wealth, physical wealth, privilege. In this case, it would be hides, it would be food, it would be delicacies, it would be physical prowess, it would be mates, but they worship it without property right. If you can take it, it's yours. They don't have the idea of personal property, only what you win. It is total unrestrained, strength-based meritocracy, and they've been at it for 160 years, so they got pretty good at it, especially considering Ozzy was dumb enough to teach them what little sorcery he knew. Apparently someone other than the Overseer had at least picked up something from the Nagalisites. It became whatever that weird flesh magic is they carve into themselves, and they don't even regard it as magic anymore. It is just the natural way of the world. To the victor goes the blood of the fallen. Like, that's it. We know where they live. Their borders expand every year. They have multiple tribes. They are the closest thing we have to a nation, because how am I going to stop them?
Which is what we're trying to figure out.
They find the Nawani and us useful to raid. Whenever one of their most powerful gets sick, and he convinces some of his sons not to murder him and take his stuff, they occasionally call on the Cheska to come heal him. That's the only reason we haven't been wiped out. The Leikaken are the only one that even have a modicum of a truce with these people. So,
Okay.
So when would be a good time for a public execution? Bolsters the.
You see your men walking around like,
It'd be kind of lost on them right now. But,
Captain, this place is great.
You got watch at 06.
Yeah,
Better keep that shit out.
I mean, maybe when people sober up a little bit, we can start figuring out.
See, we could use, okay, so we already know their secrets, so we could just...
use him as an example and to bolster the other.
So, it's Lasishi. He's like, she's your friend. She's so smart. She's so smart. She engineered lunar worship. This is great. You think it just occurs naturally, but it's like a plan.
Mm-hmm. Makes you think about that.
Pretty too.
You could sit here and write and study all about this, write a really great book about it, and just
No, we have to do a cultural survey.
Oh yeah,
we gotta go talk
in depth.
Yeah, we gotta talk to the
Long
other
term.
people.
Yeah.
We gotta go.
Yeah.
We should start tomorrow. It should be an expedition.
Yeah.
It'd be like the Chronicles.
Yeah. It should.
You're going to have to recover for a day after tonight.
No, I'll be good. I'm going to sleep a little bit, but I'm just going to sleep a little bit, but we should go. I should unite.
I guess settle in for the night if anybody else decides to go off. I'm just gonna curl up next to one of the ice blocks.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd like to get some healing if I could.
Yeah, actually, I forgot I don't know if we were able to heal the damage from last session or.
Yeah.
It's been a day, so no.
No.
I can roll.
Yeah, I kind of need that.
So, basically, Lasishi's argument,
One killing for you.
as much as you could get out of her, was
One killing for you too.
was you're gonna have to unite the tribes, and as she passes out, Francesca is not against that plan. So the Nawani have a lot of influence. There is somewhat of a matriarchal virtue, are considered in all of the tribes in some cases, with the exception of the Grey Clock, and they are not revered by any means, but it is bad luck to go murdering through the tribe of the sisters. Okay, so they can help you influence certain people, and they would be more amenable to help out. But that depends on how you do your pitch. You could try and do it from naked self-interest and tactical decision making, which is good, or you could just parade out their gods on dollies or something, but that's going to very much change the nature of their assistance, and the nature of your success.
Well, we got 4 hands, and they like 4 hands.
Yeah, you can also try and do an entreaty on the Lake Haken, but they are very far away, and so you're going to have to spend a number of weeks campaigning across the land, which is good because your men need to heal and eat food and distribute the grain and foodstuffs that you brought along with you.
Yeah, I guess we're not doing that contract.
Yeah.
We'll probably come back out with something better. So,
Eventually.
it's the idea.
So I'll let you guys talk about how you want to plan your expedition tomorrow.
I'm thinking, let's start with the Nuwani, get them on our side. So
Start with an execution?
Well, that's a different thing.
Yeah.
Unless the Nuwani would be amenable to an executed Grey Clock, but maybe not. That might be a bad move, actually. It could backfire.
Yeah.
So I would say use the Nuwani. I'm going long term here.
Yeah.
This is the long con. Use the Nuwani, once we get them, as kind of a foothold with the Lakaken. Lakaken are going to have to be impressed by physical prowess or martial prowess and probably hunting. We're going to have to hunt to make them respect us and at least want to work with us. We have to be able to do things and prove to them that we're actually worth a shit with that. So Nuwani should be pretty easy. We just have to figure out the angle we play with them.
Yep.
Chest Guardian on our side. Lakaken we come up after next. We're going to have to worry about them Grey Clocks because...
Well, if we can do anything strength-based, and honestly, I have a couple other tricks I have up my sleeve right now, especially if we're going to be here for a little while, where we can... That's like I can at least marshal a little bit more energy.
What I'm going to actually throw out there is that we have advanced technology.
Well, technology and it's like in magic too.
I would say disguise the magic as the technology. Because they don't respect the magic, but the technology will impress them.
I think that is, but also just going by the general strength, which I figure we might be able to do that because in a couple ways where, one, if nothing else, building up a power base, I could actually have a symbol that's like carved onto a bunch of sticks that are used on campfires on a regular basis and have that constantly feeding through chemical energy.
I mean, if you want to set up some kind of big Rube Goldberg magic thing, that's cool. We need to build up a legend.
Yeah.
We have one, but we need to build up the rest of us as a legend.
Execute the Grey Clock?
That comes later when people are sober enough to appreciate that act. Right now, they're probably not going to fucking remember it. At all. Tomorrow, they're not going to want to remember it. So probably wait till they're all healed back up. But that's long con kind of strategies there.
All right.
So don't execute the Grey Clock.
So how do you all spend your nights?
Okay, so if we're going to
Replacing
build
the broken obsidian shards in the club with fresh ones,
Oh yeah, there's plenty of obsidian shards.
Yeah.
standing over the Grey Clock and asking whichever party member comes closest, when do I execute?
We've already made it clear. You wait until everybody can visually appreciate what we're doing.
I'm not sure I understand.
If somebody gets killed and you don't see it, how well do you trust that? If somebody gets killed and you're too drunk to remember it, how much does that impact you?
All right, roll graces.
Is that graces, or can I inspire?
No, you're not inspiring him. You're trying to understand something about their culture.
Okay. Yeah, that's straight charm for me. I'm not graceful. No.
Do you need any help on charm?
I mean, you can
If you
do
have
it.
graces.
I do. I have a lot of graces.
Yeah, roll graces. This is a matter of courtly intrigue.
All right.
I'm thinking tactically. That's all I got.
All right. 2 10s.
All right, you get it. You understand that little brother over there, the small moon, while he is somewhat disconnected from these people, he's definitely more connected than the rest of them. There's no courtly intrigue. There's no state power. Like, there's no tribal... All the tribal, power of Cheska comes from her literal knowledge, and she has no need to... Like, you kill her, you lose that. Like, so... You're gonna kill a guy, they're like, okay. Like, the mean life expectancy is like 35. Like, they live a horrible, brute, short lives that they've seen Grey Clocks die before. They've seen many more people die at the hands of Grey Clocks. Like, if you want to off him, just off him. Like, they don't need a ceremony or any kind of, like, pageantry. You don't have to set him up or do a trial. They don't have laws that you understand. They have norms, like, and they're going to be weirded out if you're like, wake them up from their hangover to watch you chop a dude's head off. Like, they're not going to get that.
All right. You got to build it up somehow, but okay,
Yeah.
no. I mean, eh.
So
So you can interrogate the guy, but if you're going to murder him, yeah, just
So,
no pomp and
why would you
circumstance.
make it a big deal? Like,
all right. So in that case, anybody got any good ideas for interrogating the guy?
No, we don't speak his language, and what would we even ask him? I mean, she already gave us the breakdown of their
Right.
culture. We know how to get to them.
The only thing we want to know is who else is nearby, but he wouldn't actually have any good info on that.
yeah, no, he was just out hunting.
If he was out raiding, yeah.
Yeah, we're trying to. That's like figure out more information on the signal, but unfortunately, it's culturally passed down. That's basically he wouldn't probably know any more about it or where.
Keep
he
the
got
head in
it
a
from.
sack.
You can do that if you want to.
It's an intimidation tactic.
Again,
It's a sign of saying, I'm strong, I've killed one of
Yep.
yours.
All right.
If they respect strength, that's how you do it.
So you spend your night murdering that guy.
Can I murder?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Whatever, just do it. Just put the head in a sack.
Head needs to be intact. Head intact.
Head intact, head in sack.
Yes.
All right. Before you do it, he sort of he's beating the mark on his chest.
oh, he wants his strength to go into you.
I can make a horrible joke right there.
Try language, please, Tom.
All right. Lose a die off of it.
Well, I've got a master die, and then I've got 2 knowledge.
So you're gonna lose your master die. When you lose your die, you lose the best one first.
Well, you also roll knowledge plus language.
Yeah, knowledge plus language.
Yeah.
yeah, so 2.
Oh, okay. All right.
Semantic drift, man, it's a bitch. The French have been fighting it for years. He gestures to you, and your blade. He wants to have it.
I'm going to hand him an obsidian shard. Not the whole blade, but just a shard.
He gestures for you to come to him, and he has the blade.
Well, I'll lean in.
He wants to carve something into you. Are you letting him do that?
I'll let him this time.
All right, he's carving something into you. All right, and then he drops and just sort of leans back, relieved. Sort of smiles up at you with shark teeth that are sharpened.
Half the wheedle. Any last words?
He probably doesn't understand.
Yeah, he has, you might as well grunt it at him.
Okay. Chop his head off.
All right, you chop his head off. We'll get back to that. What are the rest of you doing with your night?
Can I find a Nawani sister to get a little more healing going? I have a lot of shit fucked up.
Everyone used to be Nuwani, but you can find a Cheska. They know better than that. Remember, the Nuwani are basically just the farm club that they pull the weird medicine men and women from. And so it's basically the collector of anyone who doesn't make it in Lee Kin or Grey Clock.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we'll try as best they can.
I see triple ones.
3 ones. All right. So, do you have any in a 1?
Yeah, I got a killing and 2 stun in 1.
All right. You can take a stun and 1 killing off.
Cool.
They are expert ministrations.
Oh yeah.
They don't stop at your leg.
Okay.
You're going to have to sort of push them off. They have an agenda that has been set for a few decades by Cheska. But you have to be like, yeah, no, just the bandages, please. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. What are you doing?
Since the caravan, we have all our soldiers in the caravan in with us, and I have all my cooking supplies
Except
again.
for the messenger. But...
Yeah, except for the messenger. Yep. I'm going to basically spend the night cooking, or in the case, baking, since I have that. The favorite pastries for Francesca as at least the beginnings of an apology for trapping her eternally.
Okay, your baking check is at... Fuck, I don't know.
Make her shoes. Aren't you a fucking...
No, I'm the
cook.
You want me to make her some shoes too, so you can go kiss ass? Yeah.
Well, how much do you have in baking?
5 for cooking. So.
All right. Well, all right. I will give you 5 dice if you teach them how to make bread.
Yes.
If you find something equivalent to grain, because you don't know what that is in this jungle. But you have, like, some in the supplies if you raid those.
All right.
So you can do that at 5 dice. If you're trying to actually make something... that is going to be difficult. They don't have, say, ovens.
Would I be carrying supplies with me to make that?
They got fires, but
we'd have to essentially build a brick.
Well, I would say
a brick or a clay oven out of freaking nothing.
Well, I would say I have that utensil since I basically also can't cook as well.
Yeah.
Could I have that on the wagons with me?
They didn't bring the wagons through.
Oh shit.
Nope,
okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll do that. My apology, teaching them. With what we have.
All right. So teach them to bake with 5 dice.
Do you want me to make her shoes too? Or?
Yes, please God. And I count my knowledge into that too with the 2, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let me make sure I'm not being restricted on that. Let's see. 2 8s, 2 3s on the bake.
So I still don't fully have a grasp on the system yet. So what would be better, 3 3s or 2 10s?
2 10s.
2 10s. Okay.
So the width is the speed. So do you want?
Got it.
You want really fastly made shoes, or do you want beautiful shoes?
No, I make beautiful.
All right, as the party starts to wind down, the Cheskas that are dealing with especially lightweight Echanians are many of them are just enamored looking at bread rise. You're having to continually say it's no form of sorcery. Francesca views it and has to move to another room because her people can't see her cry because it's been a long time since they had anything approaching grain. Meanwhile, you make the fanciest shoes anyone has ever seen. They are the sandals of the gods.
And he
literally
drops them off, me basically screaming.
They,
that over the rest of his life.
in fact, the people refuse to wear them. They are asking to give them to the sisters, as it is only worthy for them. So, if you're not wearing them yourself, they're going to leave them as an offering.
Give them to Francesca.
That's
Yeah,
he made it for me so I could basically apologize again. So I do. After I finish with that, I do go to her and just at her side and just kind of tap and say, "This is less of an apology for shoes, but
thank you. I appreciate that.
I really since
so is it 8s?
No, those were 10s on the shoes.
Oh, well,
10s for the shoes.
Are you giving her the bread?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so you're both giving her the bread and the shoes.
Yes.
All right. So. Thank you. Your offering is appreciated.
Well, it's
and then she goes to consume it and wear those shoes in private. Because her reaction does not need to be seen. She is just trying to hold it together because, she hasn't had bread in 160 years. It's 8-level bread and 10-level shoes. Just fantastic shoes. I did not think the fucking cobbling skill would come up, but here we are.
I knew we were going to shoehorn that shit in.
Nice.
Give me one.
Nice.
Oh my God, shoes.
Making shoes.
Shoe diplomacy.
Making shoe bros. That's what we're doing.
All right.
Fuck you, gunboat diplomacy.
This is more gun.
Sean, how are you spending your night?
I'm actually gonna relax now that the whole execute thing is out of the fucking way. I'm just gonna sit down with the pack, wrap my cloak around myself, my cape around myself, and just, it's gonna sound weird, but just curl up next to the ice block that is Lily.
Yep. Are you drinking any of their fine root rot?
I was gonna leave the moon hooch alone, so.
All right. Fair enough. How about you?
I'm gonna build me some siege weapons. What?
Multiple siege weapons?
Getting ready for the campaign.
I think I want. Well, I'm going to figure out what would be the most practical type of siege weapon to build, given my, we have plenty of rope in terms of the vines and shit like that. Like, what kind of siege weapons would be practical? So I'm basically just figuring out what kind of things can I build that one would kill people and two impress everybody.
You really do want to be the last of the Grey Cloaks, don't you?
You can shoot a bunch of snap
You are
bracelets
no
out.
longer the last of the Grey Cloaks.
I'm going to kill them all, and then I'll be the last one again.
I mean, the family tradition, if you save them,
If I kill them, then they'll. They're cannibals.
many of them are descendant of Ozzy, though.
I know. That's why they have to die. He betrayed me.
You betrayed him.
No.
You got that wrong.
He betrayed Squeaky by letting Squeaky die, and now he was punished for his failure, and his insubordination and churlishness has threatened us all.
Somebody's on.
So siege weapons.
All right, roll for designing siege weapons.
Ross, I didn't realize you were engineering the rationalization train.
These.
He always is. Every week is infrastructure week, and every week is rationalization week.
I see some 8s.
4 8s.
Fuck.
All right, there's nothing really to siege. They're gonna live in villages. It's a torch.
Yeah, but
A torch would do it. So you're looking for snares, pit traps, things you can hide in the jungle underbrush, and if you can get them into tightened corridors or throughways, and so traps is the best thing you're looking at for damaging.
Make a snare-a-pult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So make a thing that just throws the loops out. And
Well,
then
I was
just
also
pulls
thinking about
loops back.
monster killing and giant cannibal sorcerer killing.
Yeah.
Like a
So,
giant
'cause
lasso thrower.
Those are kind of lightly armored,
Yeah. Lee Kaken would probably know more about how you kill monsters as you view them. They're going to view them as the wildlife.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be fighting these enormous guys, deadfalls would probably be effective, because they look like they weigh 350 pounds. So, yeah.
So that bark turns into snap bracelets. And you just get a bunch of those and spike the inside, just fling a shit ton of them.
It sounds like flechette rounds.
It's pretty much, yeah.
One
It's a pretty
deadly,
cool idea
one
and
deadly
concept.
staff of wrestling.
Totally gonna fuck up.
Oh, yeah,
if
probably.
we do it.
I just like the idea of firing a whole shit ton of snap bracelets.
No, I do too. I'm just saying, that's great, but yeah.
All right, you get a night of sleep. I'll let you heal one shock or take one killing down to shock if you
From
need
how
it.
many sections? Just one.
Just one. Pick a body part. All right, the next day, who are you leaving in charge as you leave? Who are you taking with you? And where are you going first? You have to make a journey of the tribe. Remember that the only reason they stay away from the Cheska is because they live in basically the blighted elephant graveyard of this area that is, blasphemous to enter.
We should leave some troops behind.
Oh, of course.
Well, not just enough.
Oh, you should. If you want your troops to heal,
Yeah.
you should leave all your troops behind.
All right, if we're going alone, who can we bring with us? Lysichu probably needs to come with us.
Yep, I see you. Maybe one other diplomat, someone not quite as important, but someone to assist her, because can't hurt.
Probably want to make sure that all of our diplomats are female. If we're dealing with the Nuani?
Yeah, but also...
They're not entirely female.
Well, they're a matriarchy.
Yeah,
so
they're matriarchy.
It's going to be easier to
I
impress.
just wanted to be clear.
No, that's... I'm not worried about a big Amazon shock thing. I'm just more worried about them actually wanting to talk to our diplomats.
No, I get it. I'm thinking more along the lines of the
Lysishi is female. So
the leech cake and the potential gray clocks.
I think we should get the Nuani, get the Nuani in pocket, and then figure out how we're going to make contact with location, because we have to find them first.
All right, so we're going to the Nuani first.
Yes.
We're taking the boy, 4 hands, Lysishi, and us, obviously, and a handful of others for watch duty and that kind of stuff. We camp out at night.
Yeah.
So the dozen strappiest that we can.
Also, the question about the sigils are when the ones that I use for the kinetic energy, once it's already tapped and burned out, are those still on there to recharge? Or
no, it's done.
Okay.
New sir.
So, all right, cool. I just wanted to make sure of that. So, can I give a command, basically through a sorcery roll, to teach everybody to, because they're going to keep fires going throughout the day, probably for cooking and whatnot. So, carve some on sticks to burn for chemical energy.
Yeah.
Okay. So, at least have a running.
You want graces first?
Yes, I will actually ask them to do this instead of.
Don't call it magic. Call it technology.
Yeah. All right.
Or I can
reverse Clark this shit.
Yeah, so that's the thing. If you're like, hey, I'm going to go do some sorcery, can you no.
No,
big cultural taboo. They're not big fans of sorcery.
This is technology.
For reasons.
Well, actually, in this case, graces or outright pleading. Again, because that's begging is my most powerful ability.
Please don't think of this as magic.
Yeah, sure. Beg for it. Plead for them to carve these symbols on sticks every time you put it before a fire.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's going to really help me out, guys. And what helps us out helps you out.
What are you storing this in?
So
where is this other? So because if you carve this into something,
okay, so it has to go with us.
So it's not going to come out as thermal energy. It's going to come out as a different type.
Yeah,
of
for
energy.
the kinetic or that.
Yeah. So what is it being stored in?
Bracelet barks.
Yeah, another snap bracelet bark. So
all right,
because I can utilize that if I snap it on my wrist.
And is that kinetic energy?
So yeah, it's going over to kinetic. So
okay, all right.
Yeah, it's going over to so we're going from chemical to kinetic. So potential to kinetic.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing it right. I learned. So guys, really do me a solid. I mean, just a huge solid. And that's going to be
5s.
Yeah, no, 3 5s. So
Where's the third one at?
Right.
That's a 4.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, that's 2 5s. Sorry. I was reading right. So yeah, 2 5s.
So the really pious children will do it, and some of the elderly that are really getting close to the sisters in their old age.
That's okay.
Most people are going to have stuff to do in their day other than carve individual symbols into every.
And again, I wasn't expecting them. I wasn't expecting people, the one who were just keeping the watch.
But yeah, you'll get some on there. Yeah,
give a kid scut work. That's fine.
So you'll get 2 width, and then we'll see how well your sorcery roll goes.
Okay.
You're taking Lysishi, and that's it.
We're going to bring at least one other.
The boy
and a few soldiers with.
Yeah.
The most relaxed looking.
Yeah, 4 hands, obviously. Yeah, all of us. Lysishi. I mean, I guess maybe one.
You can take native soldiers. You could take Cheska soldiers.
Okay, we'll take some of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
Will they listen?
And then
Okay. Good.
You are the
take
gods.
some of each.
All right.
A couple of our guys because
I'd say 2 of theirs for every one of ours. Yeah. So we'll have about 3 dozen soldiers total. It's a pretty good escort.
Who are you taking? Ouroboros? Or are you taking Lansing? If you find him pants. Still don't know where his pants went.
No, he can stay behind.
All right.
I mean, he doesn't need pants where he is now. They're very open-minded people.
Yes, they are. All right. So, are you taking Francesca, or is she being left behind?
I assume she needs to stay behind as being
maintain order.
Yeah. Okay.
She's on a higher status.
Really wanting to go. She can counterplead against Aaron.
That would be fun.
All right.
Why are you making my job more difficult?
Please wars.
She comes up to you and says she has her abacus beads, basically. She gives them to you. It's like, this will help with the Nawani. That you go with my blessing. I am not sure about the other tribes.
It honestly, it's more than enough and more than we deserve. Thank you, Carmen.
So yeah, we'll take 2 of the diplomats, Lysishi and one
I'll
other.
put them around my neck.
Like a low tier one.
Yeah, that's kind of what we were.
Do you want Bark Guy, crying at Hourglass's guy,
No, not crying. Yeah.
or pissed off at his history book guy?
Pissed off at his history.
No, Bark Guy. That's the real answer. He's excited to be there. There's Bark to look
Yeah,
at.
but then he's going to get into a bunch of shit, and we're going to have to pull him out. I mean,
All right.
Yeah. Well, what do you think?
What's
I
Bark
was
Guy's
thinking,
name?
I was thinking a friggin' red shirt. I'm thinking someone that
fine.
we're being chased by leech cats. Like,
Sorry,
Fine.
fucker.
down to the
Okay,
knee.
then not
Barkley. We're
then
bringing
just
Barkley.
Lysishi.
No.
Leave the other diplomats.
No,
We're not calling Barkley.
Just one diplomat. We need to protect our diplomats.
Redwood Smith.
No,
sounds
we're
like a
gonna call
porn
him
name, Aaron.
He sounds like he definitely came from a culture that named another woman Lysishi.
Yeah.
This is Lysishi and her brother Redwood Smith. Internally consistent.
He preferred the Nawanian
It's
translation.
floral
of his
based.
name.
Yeah.
He
Wait,
preferred
we're
the
gonna go with
Nawanian
Lysishi.
And their parents floral shop.
Dorian.
Fine, sure, Dorian. That's better. All right.
They're both
So,
made out of- both made from
you go journeying through the jungle. So, who is navigating for you?
Probably the one with navigation.
I'm
That would be
the
good.
only
or
one
one of
with
the
navigation.
locals.
The boy.
How
You,
is
you
forehand?
didn't know
like-
these tribes existed. You do not know where they're at.
The boy is
Yeah,
navigating.
you've never seen them before.
All right, so you're bringing the boy along.
I can try to
we brought the
assist
boy.
with him.
All right, so you're following the boy. You're journeying across the land. It is a pretty grueling journey. Weirdly enough, your clothes were not designed for the climate as it currently stands. The nights can get pretty cold. You've noticed, which is odd for an oddly tropical place. But when the sun comes up, it is quite warm. Jungle heat. So it is these trees are weirdly resistant to the odd frost that can appear at night. You learn what it's like to have a hummingbird suck your blood. They really like to make things blood-based, the masters you discover. Very a vampiric sort of ecosystem, as Dorian is, keen to note and tries to stay positive about as he's being swarmed by, mosquito hummingbirds.
Grab a cloak, shoo them off.
Mhm. The other, and including four hands, is when they can catch one, they do eat them. They're very crunchy, and it's considered a delicacy. It is you are all trying to adjust. You see, she's furiously taking notes. So, what are you talking about on your long journey to Nawani?
I think she's forgiven me at least slightly, like by 1/100.
Define forgiveness.
I'm pretty sure back home we call that amnesia. Like, she's gone half crazy and doesn't even fucking remember yet.
No, I think
there's some memory of that.
I mean, there's some memory, but like,
the real question is what she does when we assuming we all survive, and this place pops back into the real world.
What?
Well, I mean the big world,
Yeah,
the
we went
world
over
you
that.
were in, the one with the court.
Okay, look at the snap bracelet.
Crazy naked people?
What? I didn't say anything about crazy. I just said when they merge together, because this place will be joined up with that swamp that we were in. So
This kingdom is going to become part of the outside world.
yeah. So when that happens, what is she going to do then when she no longer needs you? If she kills you, you know she hasn't forgiven you.
That would be the answer. Hopefully,
Yeah.
it would be to the point where she
Strong
she
reason.
can go back to her family.
Yeah.
She wasn't banished. She
her
helped me.
family.
Yeah. I mean,
Wait, she had a family?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Her brothers and her mother. So they I say late. Like
I
they probably
didn't know.
still
I never
like
talked to her.
She
Yes,
has-
when the half-mad bender of time and space, who's existed for millennia upon millennia, shows up in her fucking little city. Yeah, I'm sure it's going to go over great.
Listen.
It'll be tear-jerking.
We're trying to make sure that
No, seriously,
everything
there will be tears.
Let me
And
have
blood.
my mild. Let me
And
have
fire.
at least this part of a delusion. Sorry.
I mean, she won't.
It's a ways. It's a ways off.
How did you do that with only one arm?
It's pretty amazing.
The boy is right there. With
Well, I guess that is the sound of one
It's
hand
teamwork.
clapping.
All right. You eventually arrive at a village. It appears they are huts, sort of made and assembled from a variety of leaf fall. Not a lot of intentionally felled trees from the canopy. It is a low area, so not as built over with everything else, sort of naturally still dusty at this point as the shale has been sort of moved out and pounded, and dried grasses as thatch roofs. Many people run away from you. The few young men come out, concerned with you. Yeah.
No, just stretching.
Just stretching? Oh, I thought you had your hand raised. You arrive, many people walking out. An elderly woman comes out of a hut to greet you, led by, two men who, look brave, but, they're not as well fed as your Cheska guards are that. Many of the Cheska guards, though, are greeting people in the village with, adoration because they're reunited, you see. Family members, greeting old family members and rejoicing, so.
Offer the elder a salute.
Yeah.
All right. Elder looks at you, confused, but.
Forehands, tell her we salute her.
So she greets you in the Wheeze tongue. It is not as perverted as that of the Grey Clocks. It is, good to see you, little brother. You bring relief after a hot day. It is a traditional greeting.
Cheska sends her love.
So do you show her the ceremonial necklaces?
I don't have them.
I have them, so
Okay.
I will present them.
So she speaks to you in Wheeze tongue again. It's like, so the time has come.
Yes. We seek to unite the tribes.
Ah, yes. I did not think I would live to see this day. Grandmother spoke of this, but I thought they were tales. So she, offers you into her hut and goes humbling back in, Come on in.
She will speak with us.
All right. You go into the hut. It's dark. There's shit tons of incense. Just, man, pouring out of this. They're hot box in this hut. And this stuff smells weird. Not incense you smelled back at home. It is fragrant in there. But you walk in. There's, a bunch of old men and women sitting around on, stools. And, they offer you a seat, and, they bring out rot root and give it to you in bowls. She's just, ooh, yes, then she tries not to throw up because she's still hungover days ago. How are you beginning the negotiation?
Well, we're gonna have to talk through Forehands.
No, you're not. She
Okay.
can speak the tongue. She
Okay.
just didn't want to talk to you yet.
Okay.
Awesome.
Who has graces?
I do.
Yep.
All right. You can roll graces to
What's your
figure
grace
out
at?
how this is happening.
5.
You want me to assist you on that?
Whatever.
Okay. So let me see if I can do that. So I'm
My
gonna be
boy
at
got
5
something
I'm
to
at
say.
5 as well.
Just nodding like,
It's funny, real
you want me to
good.
assist you?
Jason says something. and he's like, "That's
My
a
roll.
great
Well,
idea."
we'll let you go with this one. So I'll assist you. Here, this is what you say in a completely alternate reality tribe. All right. So 2 threes.
Double 5s.
And yeah, 2.
Oh.
No, that's
No,
6.
sorry.
2 threes.
All right. So you can add a width to whatever you roll.
Oh, add a width to it?
All right.
Cool.
Do it.
Quadruple 7s.
Oh, man. All right. So, your graces, you realize that it is for the guests to speak first after they have slacked their thirst. So you all choke down some rot root. It is painful. It is
delicious.
It is some sort of fermented tuber, and it is chunky and poorly filtered.
Import hops.
Build them a better filter.
out of a small intestine tract.
Yeah, exactly. I can figure this out.
So, it is up to you to speak first, and you are supposed to address the elder.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I offer another one of our military salutes. Try and beat that in through repetition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And greetings, mother. We come to you now at the turning of the times. We are here to unite all the peoples of this land as one, and to begin the transformation of this world into one of prosper and strength.
Very good. So you seek to unite the tribes.
Yes.
So Cheska leaves with you, and we are left the scraps, or we are all Cheska?
You are all Cheska.
You say this, but I've been told from a girl to train hard and revere the sisters, and you become Cheska and learn the secrets. And yet I am here with the scraps.
Yes, and for the time, that was a necessity. But the time of that need is no more, and now all people are Cheska.
The Cheska trade words easily, and have done so for many years to my people. Why should I believe that now is the changing of the time?
Well,
I need proof of what you say.
Get the sack. Did this the other day.
Well, we show the abacus, and this is our word of life.
This is
our word of
Cheska's
death.
words. I want word of the older gods, the four.
You speak to them. We are there.
Yes, what can you do to prove to me we should believe?
We've already killed one great clock.
Yeah.
And we intend to kill many more.
Must kill many more.
I've been charging up probably for the day, though, so if you want me to perform an interesting miracle.
Technology.
No, I mean, that's literally what she's asking.
Technology.
I mean, I could build a ballista, but that's going to take some time.
She's not wowed by that.
Okay, fine.
She wants to know that she gets a place at the table now.
Yeah.
She's not the farm team anymore for Francesca's I want to have a conversation with only the people I like the best of the tribe.
Okay.
You realize that she's not been the most egalitarian in maintaining her cargo cult.
Our goal is to bring you ways to farm. I describe farming briefly as just like ways to grow your own plants, better plants. Plants you can just... Plants that are easier to eat.
Mm-hmm.
Can we bring anything with us?
Like one of the old men is like,
Oh, actually,
no teeth.
yes.
He's very excited about
Do
this.
I have some of the
We all
bread?
have rations. Let's take out some rations.
Offer some jerky.
All right, so some
bread
gifts.
and,
All right, yeah.
dried fruit.
That's good.
So the rest of the bread.
They are eating it to be polite in many cases. Many are off-put, especially by the jerky.
Hummingbird?
One was like, thank you. I'll have this afterwards.
We can find ways to help you grow more consistently, become your own economic force.
I want to make sure that all people live as the Liberator intended, together. If you were truly to unite us, we must be united together, and with no one above the other. So, I wish to see no more Cheska, no more Nawani, only Nagalisitu.
And dog.
There's that hunting pack.
Yep.
See, we bring beasts from beyond.
Are you bringing the dogs in?
Well, I
They
mean, we'll
follow
show
me everywhere, so...
Well, the people outside are very enamored with the dogs. Don't get me wrong. But are you bringing them into the hut?
Yeah.
Bring one into the hut.
Okay, fine. I'll leave 4 out with the troops that we left out there. Bring one in with. The one that was actually through the portal before.
says, "Oh, beast!"
Actually, heal the heal the dog. Well, breed the dog to heal. Show that she's docile.
This would be good. Cheska knows not how to make the beast heed her command. Only the Nawani. If the Nawani could control the beasts such as this, we would be on equal footing, as the Liberator intended.
I could teach you how to train beasts, but the issue is you'd have to tame them first.
What is this beast? It is tame.
I can bring more dogs. This is a dog.
Dogs are here now. Give me. How do dogs breed? Do they divide?
They breed the way anybody else does.
Oh, very good. Give me 2 dogs.
Okay.
We come back and they're like fucking hella inbred Chihuahua pugs.
Yup.
Yeah. What if I can do you better?
Look at my mighty hunting dog.
It sneezes and an eyeball pops out.
They're gonna have a couple generations for that inbreeding depression really sets in.
Oh, God.
It's been good for a while.
Oh. All right.
So yeah, give them Habsburg dogs.
What if I could promise you, not immediately, but as soon as possible, it might be a couple generations down, that I could bring you down enough of a population to ensure that they don't degrade?
I don't know. I kind of want to see Chihuahua pug.
Ross.
That's not a dog. That's a beanbag with a mouth on it.
All right. You also realize you could maybe not this beast, but another beast.
I was going to say, if we could figure out how to capture and tame something native to your...
Well, you have horses pulling all your carts and all of the wagon train of the army. If you send somebody out and says, hey, bring the horses in there, and then here's the basics of horses, you could introduce them into...
I should be able to do that. I have animal training, so...
So, yeah, if you promise them something that's going to level the playing field, they're down.
I describe a horse to them. It is a large beast, grows on 4 hooves, hard single claws in each foot. If we have any graven images of them, I show what that looks like.
Yeah, you can draw one.
Yeah, then say, about this high at the shoulder. They can be trained to ride around, carry your cargo, and they move quite quickly.
Actually,
How do you keep them from eating you?
They eat grasses.
There is much speaking in Wee's tongue. One old man spits. This nonsense.
It is not nonsense. I have seen it with my own eyes. You can take the word of little brother.
Actually, I still have my transport because of that. Did the donkey come through?
No.
Oh, God.
So the old woman... yes, if you can give us these leech cats that can be ridden?
Yes. Only they'll unlike leech cats, they don't drink blood. They eat plants.
And drink water.
How does it
Plants and water.
survive without herbivores?
Oh, it has them.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
Yeah. Humans.
Oh,
Yeah.
We're omnivores.
Yeah, but you got to catch the other stuff, and most of it drinks blood. Yeah. So, yeah.
I'll promise that we'll bring them a small breeding population of horses so that I can later train them with. So,
all right, that is your promise. So you're gonna have to give up the horses on the outside world.
All right, is everybody cool with that?
Because that's enough for at least a breeding population.
Well, we need to keep a couple of horses.
Yeah, for the wagon.
Because otherwise it's going to be a fucking 500 years before we come back because we had to fucking run.
Yeah, so a month for us.
Well, I mean, that's how you get the Nawani on your side. It's horses or dogs.
They don't know how many horses we have. Yeah.
We'll see what we can pull off.
If we keep 4, hey, we could double up 2 horses on our horse.
But keep in mind, you can't betray them based on this. The point is to unite the tribe.
Yeah.
So, even if they help you take out...
I'm saying that we leave a handful of horses so we ourselves can...
But that's a future problem.
Remember we have a genetics problem we're going through.
If we could give them enough
Okay,
horses,
fine, give them all the horses.
They won't have that problem.
There's going to be 1,000 years before we're going to come back with anything because we have to fucking walk back.
Then we spend a month at the entrance of the cave.
To do what?
And then go back once we can get horses.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we have them breed horses. We get them.
Yeah, just wait 2 minutes. All right, are the horses? Nope, all right.
Exactly.
Horses? Nope. Horses?
Oh, my God. Yeah. All right.
there's nothing that's impossible once we're standing outside the Easy Bake Time Tunnel.
Oh, Easy Bake Horse Oven. Why? It's a great song.
It's actually a really
All
good
right,
idea.
so they're a pretty easy pitch. Once they know that they will have something
why don't
on
we
the
have
Cheska, all right, they will be okay with joining in.
And again, this will help give them military and production advantage. So
Yeah. That they will hold you up for the night. So you again are given something according to a feast that they can provide. It is not to your tastes for certain, but you are exchanging
delicious.
food. Lasishi is studying their culture. She's extremely interested. Would love to talk to anybody who wants to know about it. And you've achieved the Nawani.
Yeah.
all right,
Now here comes the actual hard part.
yeah, Blakaken.
Yep.
Okay, so I have an idea. If we give the Nawani a little bit, oh shit, then I'll get crushed.
I
by the
could
great
build
wall.
a catapult. We kill a lot of leech cats with catapults. Then they'll respect us.
How would you kill a tiger with a catapult,
I think a ballista
Ross?
would be the more efficient.
Okay, a ballista. I build ballistas. Like on a mount. We go. It's like whaling, but on land.
Yeah. It literally is.
Could you build more crossbows like Naked Justice?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like I haven't been humping that thing everywhere with me.
Yeah, could I just build a bunch of crossbows?
Not like the
It was a big ass crossbow.
like Nagalisitu ones.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you could get people working on crossbows. All right. So I'll say the Nawani have one and everything.
Okay.
What are you going to do to inspire? Are they going to help you, or are you just building a crossbow?
Well, someone's going to inspire them. I'm going to explain to them how
I
to
have
do it.
Inspire. That's 7 dice for Inspire.
Yeah, I'm going to teach
I'm
them
at 5.
carpentry and shit. I'm an engineer. God damn it.
All right.
There's not a
All
problem
right,
I can't
inspire
solve by
these people.
building something.
Inspire the hell out of them.
Oh god, this is gonna
You
fail.
want an assist roll, Sean?
I got 2 8s.
Okay.
You probably should do an assist roll.
Yeah, do an assist roll.
You're adding die to the roll.
Nope, I'm no help to you.
All right.
Is there anything I could do to be of some help? After all, I am kind of a living god to these people.
What do you have?
I've got the greatest diplomat skill of all of them.
Lying?
Lying.
What line are you gonna tell
You
them?
can't really lie to them about how to build something. Like, you can't be like, put it there, and then it's not supposed to go there.
I'm telling them that if they know how to make these things, they can defend themselves with
All
it.
right, you've got
we're going
3
to make-
dice to organize these people into. You've got
Here's my line.
treasury plus territory. All right, what's your line?
We're going to make Nagalisitu great again.
No.
We're going to build these
Boo. Boo. All right. So,
Also, canonically, it has not ever been great. It
It
has always been awful.
This I know it's going back, but still pleading with them. You hold in your hand in these small beams the future. If you will only give us the chance.
Wait, we could just demonstrate the crossbow, and then say we can build more of these. And look how cool that is.
And we'll show you how to make
to
them.
kill things while being far away from it.
all right, Meg.
You combine that with the horses and
All right.
shit.
So,
Yeah.
let's see. Have 2 10s.
All right, that gives you 4 die. Lasishi is coming up to you.
Power of begging.
Are you sure this is a good idea?
What? Teaching them construction and carpentry and stuff?
For weapons?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they need to defend themselves. Like, did you see that giant cannibal sorcerer guy?
I mean, yeah, but isn't this all a little fast? Aren't you going to give them mounted cavalry soon?
I mean, have you heard, have they told you about leech cats yet?
Listen, they have a very complex relationship with the Cheska. They do worship Lily and IDA, but they view them as abstract concepts it's represented by the moon. They don't view them as the actual moon. I think what happens is that they come to the Cheska and see that this is an actuality, not it's a representational thing. They also have a sort of they have a word that doesn't translate into our tongue. It's something like, as near as I can tell, it's like useful ignorance or pretend subjugation or something like that. Like, they don't regard Carmen Francesca as a literal god, but it's like sort of like a profiteering prophet or like a desperate prophet. do you want to give these people ballistas?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Like,
maybe we just tell them. I'll tell them how to build a ballista for us, and then I'll just tell them to do. I'll build the ballista myself, but I'll tell them how to do carpentry, how to build the tools to make the ballista, but leave out the ballista part, and I'll do that myself.
Well,
do you understand? I'm just teaching them the very basics of carpentry.
I understand, but they might understand too. They're not dumb. I mean, they just live in a savage place where most things drink blood.
Yeah.
I imagine it has slowed production somewhat, but
okay.
How old is this country? Like,
I mean, history. I mean,
100 or so years.
No.
We're looking at least probably 3 or 4.
This whole realm is tens of thousands of years old, but like their history dates back 160 years when the slave rebellion happened.
So this is 160 years?
Yeah, from when they overthrew their evil wizard masters. And
well, I mean, they've already ascended to the first days of Chinese history. I mean, that took eons, as far as we know. They're remarkably advanced people. I'm just saying. Perhaps you should be careful.
Okay, yeah. So maybe not teach them, unlock that technology for them.
We may have nudged them.
You've been doing a lot of nudging so far. The nudging has occurred. Yeah.
So maybe not leave anymore. Nudging. So, and the whole point with that was to build a weapon to kill those leech cats easily.
You can do that. She's just, saying, you know what you're doing, boss? Like, prime directive. She is a diplomat. She is naturally concerned about that kind of thing.
We've been walking all over that.
Yeah.
Russ. Just simple mechanics. Broadhead stone arrowheads.
Okay.
Like, that's going to instantly up the firepower of their bows and arrows.
If they don't have bows. Yeah, I'll teach them how to make bows.
The leech caken might have bows. And, like, if we can...
Well, the Nuwani definitely do not have bows.
The Nuwani definitely don't, but,
Here, as you can see, it's blow darts, spears, and clubs.
So I'll teach them how to make bows with those arrowheads. Yeah. But also teach some of the soldiers from the Cheska tribe and send them back to teach the secrets to so both tribes have it.
All right.
So they're both equal.
All right. So make your siege weapon.
I did. I got 3 7s.
All right. Yeah. That's a leech cat killer.
Yeah. But yeah, so they can defend themselves better. But now it's equal. Now they don't.
Is it in parts or is it?
Yeah, because I'm not building a ballista. I'm just teaching them how to make bows.
All right. So yeah, you're gonna have to hump this through the jungle, basically. So
But yeah, they know how to build bows, and so we have bows now, so we can just.
All right, so I am going to make you choose because the amount of speed. Do you want a level 3 ballista with 7 bolts, or do you want a level 7 ballista with 3 shots?
Opinions, anyone?
I've got I'm pretty good at shooting, so if we want to,
there's a lot of leech cats out there, though.
All right, big old spear with 3 shots. Is that what you're saying?
You're the one who's going to be shooting it.
To kill
How many leech cats can you kebab on that thing at once?
Well, all right. So
if they're badass,
I can always make more bolts, or we can retrieve them if we.
So it's big. It's a monster. All right. So you spend your days doing that. That takes another day or so. You spend a night with their family. There's much crying and rejoicing at first light as you leave the next day. As you know, the Nuwani tribesmen are separating, and you continue your hump through the jungle. As you do, you see ruins of the old Nagalisitu. You see towers that are still, ivy wreathed and covered of obsidian, decaying. That come spiring out of the jungle. Many of them are in a concentric ring, so you see the old border. And as you get further out, the jungle gets a lot thicker, like hack every step, as it is just raw, like insane vegetative growth, like plants that seem to follow you and track your motion, like just weird shit. Bark Guy is fucking thrilled. Dorian is having a great time. Lucici would prefer to be talking to someone and not, humping through the jungle. But you, as you move through the jungle, you are hearing more of those unearthly roars. You remember them from a week ago, the weird warble. And the dogs are not thrilled.
Yeah, maybe we should have let the dogs back.
They're not thrilled to be out here. So you're tracking through. You eventually find what appears to be a run, somewhat of a trail in there, and there is a very strange-looking figure standing in the trail, staring in the opposite direction. As you sort of
actual
it's not a sorcerer. It's not one.
It's a man, but he's wearing strange garments.
Okay. Not one of the clocks, gray clocks, or
No, we've already met a gray clock, and
he's not that big.
So he must be a Kiku by process of elimination.
Well, somebody will need to greet him, and I don't speak the language.
Yeah, not me.
Would you like for me to try?
Yes, please.
Get his attention without getting him to kill us.
Yeah.
Great.
Well, I've got that master die, so that's going to be 9.
Yeah.
All right, what do you say to him?
Hello, Lakish guy.
Lekeke.
Laki. I am Four Hands, the little brother, the third moon. I bid you greetings.
All right, so you see him turn around. He has sort of a cloak on the back that is, gray matted fur. He turns around. The front of it is, the head of a cat with the sort of antenna the thing has instead of eyes. And then beneath it, there is a sort of hole ripped for his face. And then the thing's proboscis has been cut down the middle and then spread out as a sort of leather tooth tarp that goes in front of him. And you're very loud. You are scaring away game. Please leave.
Can we understand him, or is it just...
He's speaking Wee's tongue,
Okay.
so...
We seek to parley.
You have been on our lands for 2 days and stopped many hunts. If you complete a hunt, we will speak in parley.
All right, let's go hunting.
I'm going to return to the group in silence. Just
All right. He sort of recedes into the forest. Your native guards are really uncomfortable out here. They do not like it here at all. They keep asking if they can camp, perhaps elsewhere. A day back, or 2. So what do you do with that?
Got to kill a leech cat first.
I'll roll Inspire to kind of read him the Sergeant Riot and
quiet
tell us all
riot.
this stuff. Yeah.
Hey-o.
Nope. They don't give a shit about me.
You've killed the leech cat before. Have you seen the legend?
Yes.
Yes, slay it for us.
Yeah, we just got to find it first.
Yeah, now we're just gonna find one. So, dogs.
Do we have anything that smells like leech cat?
You're on a trail that was not cut by people.
All right. I'll try and get them tracking it down. I guess is that again animal train plus knowledge plus dog?
Well,
Yeah.
All right.
is there a sense skill that will help with that?
Well, that would be if he was sniffing directly.
I'm making the dogs do it.
Yeah.
Because
I'm asking, is there something I can do to do it?
Well, with sense, you could
That would be
do
scrutinized.
scrutinize. Yes.
Okay.
you can give me if you can give me the initial scent to put them onto, I guess that would be how you'd help.
Don't have anything in scrutinize, so it's going to be a straight sense roll. But
An attempt was made.
nope.
All right.
I got to try.
2 10s, 2 7s, 2 6s. So I guess use the 10s?
Yeah, definitely the 10s.
All right. So the dogs start tracking, and it is odd. But with 2 10s, you're sort of picking up on it. They are having trouble tracking because the scent is everywhere. Like, they're going along the scent, and then it's concentrated. And then the scent's also coming from the other direction, and the other direction around that. And then if they follow that long enough, it'll never be consecrated again, and they'll lose the direction. Like, they're having trouble picking up on it because, like, if you were to, give them the scent of an escaped convict sock and then throw them into its laundry hamper, like it's like everywhere. They're having trouble following trails. They'll get into areas where, like, yes, here, and you're looking around and you see, dirt and trees and grass and it's just canopy knocked about. But it's all these places where there's vegetation cleared out, these sort of runs through the area. It's not in deep forest where you're hacking through vines. So
okay, guys, last time we found and killed leech cats, they were brought to us into our world. This is like a really saturated environment. Like they've been just peeing everywhere.
They're cats.
Yeah, we could set a trap with blood as the bait.
Yep.
Okay, who's blood?
Well, first let's set the trap, and then I'll cut my hand over it, and then we'll run very fast.
I think it's time to get old Painless out.
It doesn't look painful.
That's the irony.
It looks quite large.
What, you mean Naked Justice?
I get Naked Justice.
Naked Justice 2.
All right.
Here, take these.
Engineer a trap.
Yep. 2 10s.
You also have 3 7s.
Yeah, whatever's better.
10s.
Yeah.
All right.
10s are better.
You want a great trap.
Yep. The better leech cat trap.
All right. So it is starting to get dark. The natives are very eager to leave. With the Yichadians, with whoever will go with them, please can we leave? Ghost is just
dropping shit.
Just trolling us now. Just trolling us now.
The dogs are revolting.
Ghost is a dog, by the way, in real life, not a character in this game.
Yeah. So, if they haven't heard Ghost by this point,
they may not know that the dog's name was Ghost.
we need
think it was
fan
a
art of
ghost.
Ghost soon.
Yeah.
She's a regular cast member.
Yes, she
At
is.
this point. Yep. All right, so
Let me get the trap ready.
the trap's ready.
Are you going to let them leave?
No. Like,
Okay, do you feel safer out in the night stalking around with minimal armament or with us fully armed dug in?
We must build large fires. Huge fires. There's no time. It's too. There's no dry wood. Enormous fires, or we will be consumed.
we make enormous fires, and we might as well go home.
Yes, that would be wonderful.
Which means we don't get the Lakaken on our side, which means we build a kind of a shambles of an alliance, and the Grey Claws come for everybody.
They're mad savages. You don't need them. They're insane to live out here. We'll be fine.
It just means they're more durable, and we want that.
Okay.
Strong fighters.
Inspire them to stay. They really want to get the fuck out of here.
Here, I'll boost you.
All right. You boost?
Double ones. It's a boost.
Okay, so I got base 7 plus the 1. I will roll for shit, but hey. 2 10s.
2 10s.
All right. You are their gods. How are you arranging them? And what does your trap look like, Ross?
So do we know anything about the habits of the leech cat? Whether it jumps from the trees or just stalk up straight up the ground?
You do not. That is a secret of the Lakaken. You can tame them if you have, godly magic power, like the Nagalisitu 7-foot tall creepy warriors. But the people of the interior regard them as nightmares that live in the jungle and eat them.
All right. So, it's a big thing, so it's probably not an arboreal prey.
Well, we've been following them on the trails and in clearings.
So I guess it would be something to slow them down and make noise when it triggered the trap, so he could launch the bolt at it. I don't have time to dig a pit or whatever.
Giant net covered in grass.
Yeah, I guess just a net trap. It touches the bait and a net drops on it.
All right, how are you going to see if this occurs at night?
Let's see. Well, I'll set it up so that we know the angle and where it should be, if it triggers the trap.
Do you have
he just has to fire the bolt at that spot that we've already laid out.
Matthias, do you have a technology for suddenly seeing it in the dark?
And so what we could also do is essentially
with a 10, I will say with 3 moons, night is pretty bright.
Okay, well there you go.
So if you climb trees and start hacking away at vegetation, you can make moon holes.
Yeah.
So
so we'll do that, and just basically set a pit trap or set the net trap. So when the tiger sniffs at the blood, or the leech cat sniffs at the blood, net drops on it, giving him the opportunity to make a kill shot.
Okay. Everyone roll sense hearing.
Great.
Yes.
And then, of course, I cut myself on the thing.
Holy God.
Nice.
2 10s.
2 10s.
2 2s.
2 5s.
All right. How did you array the troops around the main kill area?
So
Is there a safe
small,
Hexagon.
small dugouts.
And who is Lasishi and Bark Guy with?
Us.
I'll actually have them with me because I can fight also. I have dogs.
Dogs are going to have way better senses to pick up ambush predators.
yeah.
So, dogs are good.
All right. The dogs are good, and the dogs start barking really loudly and insanely as the moonlight comes out. Before that, you only heard the muttered prayers of, the poor bastards you dragged along with you. Through the barking with your 10s, you hear in the darkness away from that. And you hear another brief scream off on the other side.
I'm running towards the screams.
There's 2 of them. Which one are you running towards?
The first one, the whoop.
All right. So 4 Hands goes into the jungle.
Son of a...
Fuck. All right.
So I heard one off this side. Grab the ballista.
You mean my crossbow? A ballista is not exactly something I can just grab. Yeah, I got my crossbow.
All right. So you're going.
I'll man the ballista then.
Yeah, I'll go.
You're still bleeding. Well, you at least got your hand and you got the blood there, right?
Yeah, well, I wrapped it up.
The second scream.
All right. So I will say. So as you're going off and things go out, you see. You're starting to realize what the dogs are having trouble with. So in the run, where the vegetation has been torn apart, you see the earth go and a meaty tube come out of the topsoil and doing around. They were having trouble tracking them because the leech cats were underneath you.
Under the ground. You dig like a son of a bitch.
So it is there. Are you want to fire now or...
it's not going to come any higher up. Like
you don't know that, but it is waving around.
Yeah, I shoot it.
Whispered screams.
I will also shoot.
So are you shooting at? Are you going with him, or are you staying back at the trap area?
I thought I followed him, so I saw the one he was running.
All right, so you don't see anything yet. You're just
I thought it was the one we were at.
You left him with the ballista,
yeah.
Okay, I have a really bad idea.
2 3s are what I got.
All right, so you shoot, and it goes. You short it.
Yeah,
and it goes into the topsoil, but it is a fucking enormous ballista. And so you hear that horrible warble, and you see the sort of meat tube go waving back and forth as it makes its call. So as you do that, you come upon a former Nuani warrior, half in, half out of this leechy maw of this tiger-sized thing as it looks towards you. Yep.
So, Makohilo?
Oh, it's combat. It is fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what are you doing?
Oh, I'm going to try to chop that fleshy tube off.
All right.
Like right past where the guy is.
Mm-hmm.
I'm kind of pulling the whole, well, if he's getting swallowed into the thing, if I cut off the thing here, maybe he can cut his way out.
It has sense 4, so it's going to throw the dude at you.
Yeah.
Solid tactic.
Maybe intact, maybe not.
Well, it'll only cause shock damage if it hits you, but it will ruin your set.
That's true.
You said I have a master die?
No.
Okay. So, deuces.
Yeah.
Beat a pair of deuces, Dave.
Yeah, it's done.
Pick a pair. 9s, 8s, 7s, 6s, or 1s. Or 3s.
You're probably out of 1 nights. All right. You knock one off its set. The dude's let go. He's pretty gray. Maybe it's just the moonlight and he still has blood in the upper part of his body. Or maybe not. But he is covered in sucking wounds. And it is not entirely chopped off, but it had to let him go. So it's going to freak out and maw at you. So you see, as you run in, one of the guardsmen, clutching at the ground, screaming, as you run up towards him. What are you doing?
Run up, get gun up. I fire.
I mean, that's the thing, though. He's in a meaty proboscis, surrounded and sinking into the ground. You don't see Cat to shoot at.
Well,
Okay,
but we were treating the Nagalisitu crossbow basically like a handheld ballista. So,
All right, so you're just aiming down and hoping
wait for a
something.
second. I got an idea.
Okay.
Okay.
What's your idea?
All right, I have this. I have the wrist bracelet going down, and I'm
You're
going
gonna
to
bracelet
send
the
a sound,
proboscis?
basically a sound pulse there to try to force this thing up.
A sound pulse?
Just a sonic wave down into the ground. Basically, loosen the topsoil and see if I can force it up.
So you're using the kinetic energy bracelet.
I'm using So basically, it was transferred from thermal to like sonic.
All right. So how are you going to direct it up if the force isn't underneath it?
Well, basically, it should penetrate down and screw it
it's
up.
like a mole. It's like a mole.
Yeah, basically, think of like a mole thumper. Basically, force them up through the ground by sending waves down.
Okay.
So
Yep.
Toto.
Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. All right, and dear God, did you make a JoJo reference?
No, Toto.
Okay, you said Toto. Okay, I'm sorry.
Burrowing animals, thumper trap. I mean, seriously, you're not picking up the dude?
Sorry, I didn't hear that part. So, all right. Thank God I have 2 5s, 2 3s.
All right. So that'll be a 4-width thump. So you actually end up blowing quite a bit of the topsoil off of it. So its weird little mole stalk eyes start freaking out as it, rees in terror. So you have full sight of Cat now.
Light
Take a
them up.
shot.
Well, the best I can do is a pair of 6s. So
Oh, you got a master die?
I got a master dice on
Oh,
it. Yep.
well,
So
that'll do. That'll hit it. So it's a fucking ballista, so I'll add 2 killing to that. So it is hit by a big-ass ballista bolt. So that's gonna hurt. I guess that's body for a leech cat.
yeah.
So yours is sort of trying to thrash out of the ground
All right.
where the dogs are barking. The ballista is unloaded now, though.
Yeah. I don't suppose I have a fucking. Well, I don't think. I could try and lasso it, yank it up. I don't know if that'll work. I could just. I'm going to throw my throwing axe at it. So
All right.
a throwing axe at it. So
And have a crew reload while you're doing that.
yeah. Well, I don't think they have time. It's dark. Do everything better? Nope. Well, I've 2s.
No, a paw comes up. And,
Well, 2 3s. Sorry. Yeah.
yeah, you sink an axe into it, so it is hurt again.
Yeah.
And you did hit it. Actually, you hit it in the 3s last time, didn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked up. Like you basically it gets the claw out of the ground,
Yeah.
and then you just whop that bitch off with the throwing axe. So it is bleeding out now fast, and it is freaking out on the ground. So you go up and get it. Lasishi is with you there, Klingsher, and sort of urgently pulling on your pauldron.
Look down.
You look down where the ballista is at, and you see in the moonlight a minuscule drop of blood from Castor's wound, and then you see the ground just sort of like panning for gold shake around that blood drop as it's coming up beneath the ballista.
Are there any other troops with me?
Yes-ish. They're crippled by terror. You managed to make them stay and be tasty food for leech cats, but they don't know how to fight these fucking things.
Do they got pointy sticks?
Yeah.
I'm going to inspire them to join me.
Inspire them to join you in
stabbing the ground.
All right.
Like a bunch of idiots, but yeah.
So you could trap these things with like a reverse bear trap.
I got
3,
4. Actually, it's 3 4s or 2 6s better on this.
2 6s.
2 6s. All right, making sure. The width might help. Okay, so
all right.
Charge force, stab the ground.
Look, they're just furiously stabbing at the ground. Make an attack roll. You should join them.
Yeah, no.
Lead from the front.
That's what I do. And no. I have never succeeded on a regular attack check.
Yeah, you're really shitty with a sword.
I'm here to look pretty and inspire people.
So you raise and get quickly caught in vines.
I write the songs
down. Trying to untangle yourself as your men
stabbing.
try to attack it with
harder.
I, on the other hand, don't suck at stabbing.
So back with yours. Your leech cat's attacking again, and it is just full blown going to try and claw you. So it is 10 die scary.
Me or him?
It is David's leech cat. I assume you are attacking back. Or are you dodging?
I am attacking back.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4,
4 hands does not know.
You could split your action to parry an attack, but you'd be splitting your dice pool.
Yeah.
No, why would I want to do that?
Okay.
Multitasking is a lie.
All right. What do you got for me, leech cat?
I see 6s.
666. All right. You got 3 width?
Yep.
What do you got?
10s.
All right.
It still goes off.
It still goes off. So, how many 10s you got?
I've got 3 10s.
So that's 3 stun and 1 killing to hit location 10. And the last one was at 9, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that will actually kill it.
Okay.
Yeah, because you already whopped it real good in the proboscis. And you gave it another big whop.
Classic monster weakness, the proboscis.
Yeah. And it is dead.
They don't put enough meat in
Perseus
the
did that a
heads.
couple of times.
All right. So back at your team.
I draw my greatsword and I go to finish this thing off that I've just pinned in the ground.
All right. It is going to jump up at you.
Of course it is.
Yeah.
Double 7s. Best
Actually,
I
it
can
probably won't jump out at you because it's got a dude in its mouth. Let's swing the dude at you.
do. Okay. Classic monster.
You can only leech one dude at a time.
That's just good leeching.
Oh no, it's 777s because it's +1 to the width.
All right.
Actually, that
So
would also be quad force, but
they're bad at throwing dudes at people.
Yeah, you might give them an expert on that.
He's got
Master that next time.
6s.
Or not.
All right.
Yeah, please not. Please
Well,
shut up,
they'll
Ross.
evolve. they will have evolved by the next
son
time
of
you
a
return.
We're going to eat it regardless.
Yeah.
All
Or
right,
the
so
ecosystem could collapse because
so
of one
777s.
ecosystem
All right.
is not a sustainable one.
That'll finish it.
that'll finish it.
Yeah, a big great sword on top of a ballista bolt
Yeah.
will
Pulling this poor
chop
guy
it
out
off.
who may or may not be.
The guy has blood left, so he's not quite dead, but and you didn't hit the head.
Guida, the system.
I really have no
Just
healing.
screams in the night.
I'm the only healer, apparently.
All right, so yours is bleeding out, so that's good. But there is one. You see the ballista sort of sink and tilts to one side as
ballista?
a furious, cloud of topsoil comes digging up from behind it as two very frightened Cheska warriors just stab a stick into the ground until one of them goes flying back and hits a tree. And you do see brave Klingshire wrestling with some vines that have stolen his sword from him.
Well, if there's still a monster to fight, I will go and stab it.
Yeah, it's on the other side.
Okay.
So you can run back there. Klingshire, you have time to redeem yourself. The men have bravely stabbed it with inadequate sticks that are hardly harming its thick hide. Yeah,
I'm gonna basically fuck it, all or nothing. Call in the dogs and go for it with the sword.
All right, so use the dogs to harry it and go in there with the sword.
Yeah.
Right.
That's a first! I actually hit something! 2 6s, but it's broadswords, so 3 6s.
All right, yeah, it is harried and has 2 other attackers, so it's too busy, and you land a blow against it with your sword.
Don't kill it, but yeah.
It's better than nothing, all right? It will be out next round, and you can both attack it, so it is going to obviously declare last at 4 cents. So what are you doing? Who's at 2?
I'm at 2.
All right, you both declare at the same time.
I stab it with a spear.
Keep fucking going.
Yeah.
It is going to attack Klingshire, because,
Yeah.
it just got hit by a thing. Actually, it's going to split its action to attack both of you.
Oh.
Ooh, that's a good one. And 2s and 5s and 7s. Oh, there's 2s. All right. So, Klingshire, do you have a 3 width?
Does my broadsword increase?
No, only if it actually
Only for
connects.
damage.
Okay, gotcha. So I've got 2 widths.
All
I
right.
have a 3 width.
You have a 3 width. All right.
Yeah, 3 3s.
All right. 3 3s. All right. You will do some damage to it.
Yeah.
Which set do you want to knock off?
The one that's coming after me.
All right.
Wow.
So it is rushing towards Klingshire with its claws, and as it does so, you're going to stab it in its back, but you see the meat tube sort of reach back and extend to hit you, but you manage to stick a spear right in that before it hits you. But that means the tiger claws go right into Klingshire at 2 by 10. So what is your pair?
2 by 10.
All right, so you both hit at the exact same time. So as you sort of draw your sword down through its head, it sort of rakes down your face with tiger claws.
Yikes. Nice.
Don't worry, these are going to make you more handsome.
So I'm guessing the breastplate does not count for shit on that.
If it did, we'd give you much more trouble walking around this place. As the Iron Man bumps into things with the breastplate over his face.
How much damage is that?
It's going to be 2 to your head.
Lovely.
2 what?
And add a shock. 2 killing and a shock.
Shock heals fast.
Yeah, you'll be fine.
I am fine.
So you hear more like weird warbles as they go, collapsing through the forest. It appears they have fled. But you've killed 4 leech cats, I think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least 3.
No, it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
All right.
Can we get our guy back to for healing, or do I need to do something more on the spot?
He'll live.
Okay.
You got him in time. The other one was face first, which was
1 killing.
Okay.
problematic.
Yeah, I was about to figure out if I had to burn down a tree with a glyph to at least speed up his cellular regeneration.
I should put more points into healing.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Given what I have.
you make it, and you've recovered the leash cats. So as you wake in the morning from a feverish night, huddled together. You keep on trying to get Bark Guy to stop looking at them because maintain the watch. As you're back to back for the rest of the night as they come to you, the dude in the leech cat, skin comes. He's just there when you wake in the morning, and he just journeys for you to follow him.
Drag leech cat.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, mini leech cats. Yeah.
That's what? We killed 5 between us, right?
4.
Oh, okay. But still.
So you go to an extremely large tree, obscenely big. Again, a vegetative experiment. And the man sort of. There are weird hooks in the ground that are tusks taken from the leech cat proboscis, and he sort of gestures for you to put the carcasses on there.
All right.
So you put them on there, and he cuts a vine, and on the other side of the tree, an enormous log comes shooting down, and then the carcass goes flying up, and then he goes to the tree, and you see, cut into it, there are footholds, and he just starts walking up of it in circular pattern, and he keeps going. Yeah.
Follow him.
Yep.
Not much of a choice. And actually, we're going to post a guard by that front area. They'll have the dogs with them. Because...
Oh, many people... Lasisi really wants to climb up, but she is having trouble. Like, I'm a diplomat. This is important. And as you get higher on this...
Just kind of look at her for a moment.
Hanging over the...
I could teach them safety railings.
Look at her for a moment and grab my back.
We bring you praises from great Osha.
Yeah, Osha.
Double
God
seven.
is a safety.
Oh, Lord.
All right, point for Aaron. I love a good ocean joke. I gotta admit it.
Double sevens to my inspire.
Yes, you get him up there. Most of the Cheska and the Wadi are okay with the climb, but this is precarious to most of you.
Yeah.
But they have sort of what amounts to a treetop village. It's not extensive with its engineering. There aren't a lot of rope ladders or anything like that, but the trees are wide enough where they canopy out that you can sort of erect a small village, and you see other smoke of cook fires elsewhere, and you are welcome to sit. Oddly enough, that they have very similar customs regarding guest rights. So they offer you rot root. They offer you meat. That is interesting. Sort of part lobster, part dog. It's like a spongier dog, if you were to eat it. And they, you are there to speak first. It is the same graces. You've made up for their missing hunt. And you're not speaking to a tribal elder, though. You are speaking to the very scary person in the leech cat.
Does this person speak our language?
Yes.
Okay. We have come from, just come from talking with the Nuani and the Cheska before them. We've come to treat with you about uniting these lands.
How would you do this?
Well, it starts with everybody talking to each other, helping each other out. Also, might look into taking care of that whole gray clock issue. That's got to go.
Why would I want to fight Grey Clock? They do not come here. They are fat, loud. Night falls and the leash cats make food of them. They do nothing to lay kicking. Why should we fight battles?
They'd be the most dangerous game you could find.
It's only a matter of time before they come for you.
All right, you got to convince them of that. So what is your... They are largely neutral. They live such scary, terrifying lives, and their subsistence hunting is so nightmarish that most people do not want to fuck with them. They're fine to talk to them, but they don't really have anything to gain by this. They don't really view anything interesting regarding this. How are you going to get them on board?
We need to find out what they want. So,
Give them.
Please. What is...
Please. Please.
new drinking game.
Your
Every
life,
time, please.
it's like your life is one of battle and combat, but in turn, if the tides can change for everybody in these lands, what would could you benefit from from these alliances? What would you want to gain from this in order to help everybody else? So
you know what this lobster cake would go really great with? Some bread and gravy. You know who grows the things to make bread and gravy? That would be the sisters, once they get their horse agriculture going.
Yeah. So, but pleading with them, for food stuff and
is that our best social skill?
It is.
Quite possible. I mean, I'm rocking. He's got a total of.
You're welcome.
Is that 8 dice? Yeah, I can rock 7 on his
The Nawani are going to start growing bread once they get their horses.
I just want to be sure we're making our best.
You're putting
the Cheska are going
anybody want to
really great mushrooms.
No, I want to hear this plead. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Plead away.
So. Let's see.
Better
3 5s. 3 5s.
Yes. You. Please stop.
Counter plea.
We will not hurt you. We just don't want to fight. Please stop.
Okay. Got a better idea. It's got to be things you want, things you need. I have a question. Can I see one of your weapons?
You see, basically it appears to be a spear. You're not sure how you'd use it against a human. It's kind of like a pogo stick. It's a spear, and they cut divots into the side so they can use their weight. It appears that they get high in the trees, lure a leech cat out, and then they sort of
Fucking drop bear attack.
pogo a spear down onto it.
Any of you have a spare knife?
Yeah.
Feel your blade.
Uh,
Cut something with it.
The spear?
Yeah.
What should we cut?
I don't know. Something that we can test. Your blade versus ours. Like, just see which one's more effective. Without the jumping down part, because that's just assumed. Just as it is.
They all do. So
I'm just basically showing them what metal is.
yeah, okay. They're impressed. Like they would like a spear from it, but yeah.
Do you mind if we give this a sign of goodwill? A gift.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
We can bring you more for trade.
We gesture down to the soldiers on the ground that we brought, also packing,
The metal is clank, clank strong. So, this could make you better hunters, better fighters.
Roll. Does anybody have scrutinize?
Nope.
I've got sense.
I did not luck out to roll anything for any kind of good sense.
Nope.
Raw sense roll.
Nope.
Shit. No.
All right. Okay.
Oh wait, the diplomat. What should we do? What should we say next?
Lasici she's terrifyingly looking down at the from the edge of the tree. What? It's so hot.
This way, over here.
Anyway, what's happening? Sorry, I was quite
Explain what happened.
Trades.
You should they have no need to change their way of life. You need to find something that's a persistent problem in their way of life, because that's what they seek to serve. You would have to find a way to change that. So
Making them better.
they don't wish a new way of life or a new way of doing what they're doing. They can't envision it yet. So you must show them an improved way of doing what they already do.
Metal blades.
More
More metal spikes, really.
Yeah.
Oh,
Exactly.
Shoot the ballista through a tree or something.
Yeah.
That could be given
There's how it looks.
Your drop spears. Think about how much easier it would be if you don't have to drop on them.
Deuces.
We still hit.
Yeah, it is.
Can I plead again to make them listen?
take a shot.
Stop.
Please stop pleading.
Stop.
All right, let's not use that anymore.
This is
I'll try sight. Try sight.
Ah, 2 sevens.
how about 3 9s?
Or that.
All right, so you look at the hunters of Likakin, and even many of the women, and some of the older children. Their legs are fucked up looking, like running with scars, running with pockmarks and holes. Like it is varicose vein level maps of woe. Like their legs, their calves, anywhere up to the knees, like. In fact, the harder and the more badass they look, the more fucked up their legs look. Like, just missing hunks and just
Greaves.
Craft some Nike Airs. They
saying-
need that air cushion.
I was going to say greaves because
okay.
they're getting hit in the legs.
Well, that's not going to be the source of the
It's
varicose
impact.
veins.
Yeah.
It's the impact.
It's like they've
We
been
need to-
jumping down.
well, they're also jumping down into a big wriggling meat tube
See, I was seeing
full of teeth.
I was seeing the
So
wriggling bite mark.
sometimes if they hit the spear, it kills the leech cat by stabbing in its mouth.
Yeah.
But while it dies, it is around their
Okay.
legs.
Actually, so you have the 10. Could I roll graces or one of those roll graces to convince him to get a whip on that?
So what are you telling them as he?
So badass,
What are you-
Caleb.
What are you telling them as he furiously starts, popping awls and leather and
Well, he's doing
doing
that.
measurements?
Yes. How?
Actually, I'm just going to climb up onto the table.
All right,
I'm going to walk a short distance towards the leader,
all right,
and I'm going to take the fur off of my leg.
all right.
When it's right up here where he can get a good look at it, I'm going to say, I have also lived my life as a warrior. But while I have lived my life as a warrior, I have also padded my leg. And that is why my leg carries me still, without pain, without pockmark, without injury.
There
It's
is,
not to say that your way of life is wrong or different.
yeah.
It is to say that we could make your way of life better simply by
Get them
adding
kicks.
the shoe.
So there is much talking about this in the Wheeze tongue.
We're going to kick your life up a notch.
You can hear this. They are serious about this talk. It's not for the outsiders. So many of them are like, "Ooh, interesting." There's there, and others are like, "No, this would be. How would we prove the rights of manhood? He has legs like a woman, a virgin bride from another tribe." It's like, well, there's like we would lose the toe rot. And it's like the toe rot is a rite of passage. There is much anger over this blasphemous screed he has laid down as you are furiously trying to work with leech cat leather, which is weirdly supple. It really stretches. But you rolled 2 10s, so you managed to fashion something. All right.
Something. This shit's really badass.
Landon.
One size fits all.
Landon,
Yes.
give me the shoe.
throw them.
I'm going to pull that boot on,
All right.
pull on the other one, and, drop the fur. I'm going to grab one of their leech cat spears,
Mm-hmm.
and I am just going to step off, drive it down into the ground,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'm going to climb back. I'm going to show them how awesome my legs look after doing it with these new boots.
Well, I wouldn't do that from up here. Your story's in the air. That would be bad. But they start gesturing you towards an area that's burned into the trunk. So you see that there is a somewhat emaciated leash cat in the pin. It's like, go prove us your magic leggings. We have the children fight this for sport. So you're gonna go and kill the pet sickly leech cat that they keep anemic in the pit.
They'll get a new one. It's fine.
Oh,
It
don't
don't
worry.
last very long.
We'll get you a new one. And besides that, I think we've already proved our worth because of the 4 we brought in, I killed that one. But yeah, let me kill it your way.
All right.
All right. So is this just a fighting roll?
Nope. You're just gonna jump down into it. It's gonna be a second cobbling roll. So here's the thing. They fucking look great.
Yeah.
Like, I'm giving you that much.
Yeah.
They are muy beautiful leech cat boots. but I'm going to roll an attack of the 5 leech cat.
Come back.
Your height needs to beat my height,
Okay.
or else the leech cat does damage.
Well, there's the 10s, so get some.
All right, yeah, you do it.
So
So you leeched at the leech cat, launches on your leg as it dies under the heavy spear, and then you.
I'm just going to sit there and take it.
Yep. And you get up. Do you unveil your legs majestically as you rip off the leggings, or?
I'm going to do that once I get back up there.
All right.
We're going to see this together, all of us. You're going to see how effective they are. And I trust my friend, the cobbler, so much that I'm not even going to look at him first. We're going to look at him together.
The sham wow of tribal diplomacy.
The chosen one is Billy Mays now. All right.
Yeah.
Only to be incredulous about how amazing his legs look.
So
How could they be so good?
yeah,
Who will you pay for these?
the sun. The
There's
sun
more.
breaks through the canopy as he Captain Morgan poses,
Yes.
ripping off the legging.
Yes.
The bravest and strongest of the tribe are awestruck at your clean,
I'm just saying, you should be
beautiful
grateful.
legs.
Jason's character should be grateful that princess was really into basketball
Yeah.
before he got kicked out of court.
But wait, there's more.
An old man with a crutch comes out and looks over at the leader and just nods. or retreating into his hut. All right, so that's it. They're convinced. If you, they've
You join the alliance.
Yep.
We will teach you cobbling skills so that you can turn the leech cats into leggings.
They've always had shoes, and they've always had, some ability to work leather, but they've never done the, intricate sewing and multi-layered fancy pants.
With pockets of air.
To
absorb.
Leech cat.
We need them to teach you to put the signals on there, make them Nikes that power.
For the impact.
Yeah. So the key area is an air bladder.
Yeah, it's an air bladder.
That the hollow teeth drain instead of your blood. You got to pump them back up after you're done.
These boots were made for dropping.
Yeah. So this is good. They have no desire to change their way of life, but everyone is annoyed by having to constantly have their legs stabbed in order to hunt. And so, yes, they will continue with this. So you have united the 3 tribes against the Grey Clock. I guess we will see how that battle works out. So by the time you get back, it will have been about a month of expedition across the lands, and you'll have to see what Cheska's still up to. But then it will be war. You are going to have to take your mercenaries against the Grey Clock with the Lekikin and the Nwane to take down the things that Ross made. Through his horrible betrayal.
I should have sacrificed Ozzy.
Because they're not going to respond to diplomacy.
Yeah. I know.
Well, hindsight.
Yeah.
So that was it. We'll do the war next time because it's getting kind of late.
What actually did happen when the one guy cut me?
Oh yeah, we never
Oh, it's working on it. It's going to be a slower. I did not forget about that. Don't worry. It is messed up. So we will get there. As you are, walking back, we'll start there next week when you get back to Cheska, and we'll see what has happened to David in his weirdness and all that stuff. So, I will put David has the mark. Questions, comments, reactions.
Is it a good mark? It's not a good mark.
No.
We are gonna fucking use cobbling to fucking win this campaign. Is what we're gonna do.
Cobbling.
We're gonna win everyone over with superior shoe wear.
You know what? It's almost like
At this point in your campaign, I mean, shoes are pretty great.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not being sarcastic.
Yeah.
Well, I gotta say, it's almost like the operate heavy machine.
Actually, that is completely.
Although in my case, it never worked. I
Floats
literally
and
made a scenario about
cookies.
that. Yeah, I'm angry about that.
Now
I'm angry about that.
So, we'll start up there next time.
All right.
So,
Cool.
Talk to
Bye.
you later.
Awesome.
Bye.